Snow falls along the white-crested hills of Baldore. A brisk chill snakes its way between the snow-covered trees, bringing frost and ice with it. A single deer graciously feeds on a bushel of raspberries. The red coloring from the berries coats the deer's mouth and the snow at its hooves. Nearby, the rustling of leaves snaps the deer of its hunger-infused focus. The deer's gaze slowly traces the tree line. It awaits the sight of a predator, a threat. Its ears twitch violently. Searching. Adrenaline starts to set in. A stiff breeze coats the beast's fur in a light dusting of ice. And with it, silence follows. The air settles. The deer calms. All seems quiet before the gunshot rings out. Echoing into the unknown, birds scatter, the scream of the deer echoing as it falls to the ground in a splash of red, resembling the work of a clumsy painter. Nice shot. Didn't even kill the damn thing. Two figures trudge through the snow towards their quarry. The first, a human man with a thick black beard. The man is coated in a ramshackled armor of white direwolf furs. An impromptu camouflage, one with the added benefit of lightweight movement and protective warmth. He carries a knocked bow, a wooden spear with an iron tip stowed on his back. Another human man, draped in a similar garb, toting a flintlock rifle, trudges up next to the first figure. The first man kneels down to inspect their quarry. He places a hand on the hunted beast, whose chest struggles to rise and fall. Oh, I'm sorry. Who's been tracking the damn thing for 3 miles because you missed your first shot? The second man retorts. Ah, whatever. Give me a second and I'll finish the job, the first man says. He pulls a knife from his side, from his satchel, a symbol of the Fang Bearer, a pendant of a jaguar head circled in iron. The man begins to utter the mantra of the Fang Bearer. The snapping of a twig. Something prowls in the underbrush. The second man raises his rifle towards the tree line. How quickly the hunter becomes the hunted. How quickly the mighty wolf becomes the timid deer. The cold wind howls, and the words of the mantra ring in the rifleman's ear in a chaotic dance. The movement in the underbrush grows faster and 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 faster. Will you bloody stop? The rifleman shouts as he turns back to the bowman. The bowman startles and turns just in time for his face to be coated in a second layer of red paint. Where the rifleman once stood, a bloodied rifle now lays comfortably in the crimson snow. Its wielder gone from sight. Like he was never there to begin with. The bowman, smearing the blood from his face, rises to his feet, readying his bow. Gavith? Gav! Where'd you go? Gav! The rustling begins again, striking the air like a gunshot. The arrow loosens, venturing into the depths of the underbrush. That shot would have killed the poor deer. Too little, too late. The deer in its final moments watches the poor lonely hunter. A hunter, a quarry. How quickly the tables turn. In its final moments, the deer watches one last portrait form. The tearing of flesh, the snapping of bone, a portrait painted in blood. Its artist, the apex predator. Fear. Guys, gals, non-binary pals, hello and welcome back. By God, we're on a new channel. Whoa, it's Sunday D&D, my friends. Hello, 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 hello. I am your humble dumble master for the evening, the one and only pudding pastry farting tart, and welcome to the Dummies and Disasters Twitch channel. My friends, if you have been a fan of my channel, Farting Tart, for an extended period of time, you may be familiar that for roughly, 5 years, I ran a D&D game on that channel. A Sunday game. Well, my friends, hello. Welcome to this new channel where, Sun D&D, if you will. Welcome to the Dummies and Disasters Twitch channel, where this will be your your one-stop shop for all things here in the world of Vanahiir, the world that I crafted and ran for the last 5 years, as well as many other D&D shows you may be familiar with, like the Rascals in Ravnica, the Adosian Anthology, and more, and others. But, my friends, tonight we have our inaugural episode of Campaign 2, Sins of the Blood. I am joined by a litany of goons, all of whom will be introduced when the time comes. But my friends, let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and begin. Let us go ahead and begin. Indeed, let me find some tunage for us for this evening. I want this one. I picked the wrong one. Ignore that. There we go. It is year 8 of the Age of Liberty. 8 years since the fall of the Hellfire Assembly at the hands of Exilia Regalia. 8 years since world governments were splintered following the events of the Godwarden Conclave. 8 years since the formation of the Iron Covenant, a universal force of good in the world of Vanahiir. A force that is rapidly spreading its influence within the realm. Following the Godwarden Conclave, the great continent of Gaia has been fractured into 5 pieces. The southern shores of Gold Coast, the treacherous east and west of Talasia and Baruska, and then the chilly northern forests of Baldore. In addition to the lands, the Arctic island of Artesia makes up the 5th, giving its rapid expansion in recent years. While tensions build between the eastern and western portions of Gaia, the nation of Baldore deals with its own day-to-day problems. It is here, it is in this place, sat amongst frozen forests and icy shores. The barriers between the astral and the ethereal are thin, giving way to strange creatures and spirits and strange magics. A truly haunted land. In the northern reaches of Baldore, set along the icy beaches of the Emerald Coast, sits the city of Blackwall. A bustling port city that stands as strong as it does busy. The titular black stone walls give it a formidable air to those outside the city limits. The city stands second to the capital of Baldore, Reichenberg. Within this tireless city of Blackwall, two factions work together to maintain the peace. The Black Watch, Blackwall City Guard, focuses on criminal activity and securing the city. Meanwhile, the Dawn Creed, Blackwall's one and only guild for mercenaries and monster hunters, works in and out of the city walls to quell supernatural threats. It is in this city that 6 souls will endure hardship, blood, fear, and a journey unlike any other. It is the 11th of Windcrest, the first month of the year. A light mixture of snow and fog descends on the city of Blackwall. The occasional flake of snow slips between the barred windows of a Black Watch holding cell. A torch on the opposite wall creates a dim glow that tickles a curled-up silhouette in the corner. Simri, Bun, introduce your character for us.
Well, you would see, well, as much as you could see in the torchlight. What first is the most striking, a pair of almost white golden eyes with bright red rings of fire on the inside. After taking in more detail, confusion stirs. They have drow skin color, the dark, dusky purple, but not the white hair. It's black, tipped with fiery reds, the occasional white specked in between. Can't see anything else, really. Her hood is up and she's curled into a ball right now in the furthest corner of the cell, but so you can make out for now.
A little bit of a lovely rendition of one Simri done by the aforementioned flustered Bun. Welcome, Bun, to the Sunday table. Bun has been working tirelessly on all of our art for our characters.
Tirelessly is the word, yeah.
Bun has, no shit, literally today, has been up since like 8 a.m. Worked on finishing up these characters from like, 8 to 5 today, roughly? Yeah. Wow. Bun. Welcome. Simri. You are no stranger to the holding cells within the Black Watch barracks. You often find this place to be oddly enough, a symbol of security for you for when your anxiety gets the better of you, when you feel like you're being watched, like you're being followed, as you're pretty confident you have in the past. It's not a good feeling, but this place sometimes gives you a peace of mind. Last night was a night like many before it, where you have come seeking a bit of refuge, a simple night in a holding cell. That was granted to you. Sometimes you had to file a misdemeanor, commit a misdemeanor to find your way into one of these cells, but last night the Black Watch was feeling a bit generous, which considering your connections with a couple of them, makes sense. But more on that later. You hear the sounds of booted footprints beginning to approach your cell as the light of a torch begins to illuminate your figure a bit more. A human guard, member of the Black Watch, sidles up to your holding cell. All right, kid. Legally, I can't hold you here anymore. As he begins to undo the lock on your holding cell. What do you do?
Simri will take her time getting up. It's not necessarily because she's comfortable in said position on the stone floor against the stone wall with her joints against stone. Just taking a moment to ease the anxiety. And she will stand, not saying a word, and will walk about. It was a particularly bad night for her.
Go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, good.
Strong start. Our first roll of the game!
Woohoo! I don't know.
And
Oh my god!
what a roll it is!
Let's go!
Welcome back, everyone. That is a natural one, my dear friend Simri. Unfortunately for you, given your bombastic anxiety, you did not sleep. Not at all. Not a wink. You are going to take a point of exhaustion.
Oh, cool.
A strong start for Simri. This
Let's go.
bodes well.
Nothing could go wrong.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back.
Uh,
But, Simri, you make your way up, and you begin to make your way to the outdoors. You immediately feel it wasn't exactly warm in here, but the Black Watch have a way of keeping the barracks relatively warm because obviously they hold prisoners there. They don't want people dying on their watch per se.
Preferably not.
You were still feeling the ice and the snow through the window at the morning sun. Well, morning overcast. But it is when you're up and truly beginning to walk out of the barracks that you really begin to feel the cold, the icy chill of the outside of the city of Blackwall. When you're making your way out, you hear a voice echo down the hallway behind you. Making your way out, I see. A familiar voice, one that fills you with relief, but also a sense of dread, knowing their state and position. You turn and you see a copper dragonborn begin to approach you. First Lieutenant of the Black Watch, someone that you know as Vanahiir. Lib, as your associate has come to call them. You may not call them that, but do you say anything to them?
Semri will stop in her tracks, just look over her shoulder, the very obvious tired on her face, even through the very dark skin tone. Just slowly blinks and turns to continue walking out. She does not have the energy to deal with Lib right now.
Didn't sleep well, I take it. Would some coffee change your mind? As the faint scent of roasted beans graces your nose. A tempting offer.
Severine will just groan softly before turning around to go get coffee. Girl can't resist a good cup of coffee, especially since it's cold outside.
Yeah. Well, good is a strong word. Lib has a particular taste in coffee. the more bitter, the better. But for you, they've lightened it a little bit, if that makes sense.
Oh, thank God.
They know that not
Simmery
everyone
coffee.
likes their coffee in their style. So for you, it's just plain old black coffee. Which, while not great, it's warm. And honestly, that's enough for you.
Mm-hmm.
Before you go, just a question for you, if you will.
Shoot.
There's been a report from the tower that a component was stolen, one from Master Dufour. I don't suppose you would know anything about that, would you? Simmery, not only do you know something about it, you're the one who did it. You were, on the previous day, commissioned to sneak into what is aptly named the Tower, a research facility here in Blackwall, and steal a component of, at least to you, unknown origin. You were successful and did the smart thing and stash it away from here before turning yourself in.
Simmery takes a minute, just wouldn't know before taking a sip of her coffee.
Deception check, my friend. And unfortunately for you, you now have a point of exhaustion. That's going to be with disadvantage.
Thank you. I'm actually... Hold on. I need to look at my sheet more, because I cannot find the advantage or disadvantage buttons.
Make sure it's toggled. If not, it will just roll it always. You'll need to go into your settings. I can show you how to do it later if you just want to roll it for now.
Yeah, I'll just roll it for now. Motherfucker. Motherfucker.
Not great.
No. She may fail.
Okay. She takes a swig of her own coffee. Shame. Well, if you hear anything, I trust that you'll let me know. Do you say...
Simmery's just gonna take a moment and look at her. She doesn't say anything. Then
Roll
she'll
me
turn
insight.
and... Huh? Hold on. This is something I'm good at. 15.
She absolutely knows you stole it. But given your arrangement, or more specifically your and your associates' relation, or partnership with her, with Lib,
Mm-hmm.
she is seeming to look the other way. And even if she wanted to arrest you, she can't prove it.
Yep.
She literally can't prove that you stole it. But she knows.
And Simmery will just slowly turn to if there is a window or the nearest slightly interesting wall to finish her coffee. And will say, well, then I guess there's nothing else to talk about.
I suppose not. Well, hopefully enjoy the rest of your day. If you need anything, I need to go meet a guest. We're having visitors in Blackwall now. Fancy that. As she begins to walk past you to the outside.
Simmery will stop her. Not like physically, but we'll just hold out a hand. Visitors? What kind?
Someone that an upstanding citizen like yourself should have no concern about. She's gonna keep walking.
The last thing she sees from Simmery is her rolling her eyes.
You finish your coffee. I don't care what you do with the cup that it was in. It's just a tin cup.
No, I'll put it back.
Look, you can take it if you want. Nobody's stopping you.
No, I'll put it back.
Okay.
Not worth taking.
But with that, you begin to make your way out into the cold, and it's from a bit of a distance that you hear Lib call out to you once more. Also, tell that rat of a kobold to stay out of trouble. He's going to get both of you into something that's over your heads.
I can try, but I make no promises.
You hear her grumble something as she begins to walk away. She's a bit too far for you to really be able to make it out.
Fuck.
But, Simmer, you begin to venture into the light snowfall. You head across the canal and into the commercial district here in Blackwall, where you, near the large plaza full of stalls, you could call it a farmer's market, you slink off into an alley behind one of the butcher shops, and where you found, many months ago, you found a loose brick in the wall that acts perfectly as a way to stash something. You remove the brick and you find within a small burlap sack. The same burlap sack that contains the object that you stole the day prior. You know where you need to go.
Yeah.
You begin to walk through the commercial district again. The wind picks up a bit. You're honestly pretty thankful you had the coffee on the way here. But you make your way to a bit of a ramshack little shop, kind of in the middle of one of the busy streets, kind of tucked away underneath an overpass. A place called the Copper Piece. It is when as you begin to enter the shop, that the bell rings, the sound of somebody exiting the shop, and you see what appears to be a member of the Dawn Creed, probably some newbie, as they look a little unprepared for whatever the Dawn Creed could throw at them. But it looks like they have just finished purchasing some supplies. You slink past this individual as they begin to leave, and they call out, "Thank you again!" to the shopkeep inside. Copper. CG.
Hi.
You hear the sound of familiar footsteps enter the Copper Piece once more as you peek up behind the counter and you see Simmery. Please, CG, my friend, describe Copper for us.
You hear the jangling of metal before you're able to perceive him. Gold and jewelry and bits and bobs scour from all manner of society, the highest peaks and the deepest gutters, all come together on the outfit of this kobold. The color is what grabs you first, as a vibrant hue of copper graces the scales of this creature that stands a mere 3 feet tall. If you stood above him in height, likely given your current size, Samurai, you would tilt your head downwards, right past his enormous rabbit-like ears, adding another foot to his frame. They emerge from a hood that houses a muzzle, poking out and wearing a wry smile, as though this is all that gives him pleasure in life. In front of his left eye is a monocle of low-quality jade, almost acting as a third eye to mirror his own irises of a similar color. Scale pigmentation continues down his face until it disappears beneath a dark violet robe, complete with a thick collar to accent his face. The many trinkets of his attire continue towards his belt, covered in small sacks and parcels that could contain any possibility, as though designed to make one wonder what they might be housing. His arms emerging from the robe almost like twin serpents, each holding a piece of business in each mouth, half-finger gloves accenting the lower jaw of the serpents. Book in one hand and a plume of green hue in the other, well worn and ready to be used again. The robe splits in two as it continues down, a pelvic curtain showcasing dark green pants and gnarled clawed feet near the bottom, as well as a long tail emerging from the back. The feet and tail continue to jingle, that same mix of high and low society that almost seems at odds with the individual. He approaches in a way like the wind passing through an open window, a smooth movement undercut by the tack, tack, tack of claws on stone with each step, as this kobold's first full person comes into focus. The air around him is thick with the scent of dust and finery, as he makes his way to you, Semri. The voice, like a gentle breeze, an inviting and knowing smile, and a gaze sharper than any knife, he looks up to you. Ah, Semri, was the cell comfy enough today?
Not at all. I didn't get any sleep.
Oh, unfortunate then. Your cot is upstairs, if you so desire.
Copper, you know about the job that you sent Semri on the day prior. You haven't seen Semri since they left for the job, but you figured that that was likely intentional. As Semri enters the building and you begin to sort of recollect what the job was, you were approached by a representative of a potential client to acquire a magical component from the tower. Again, the aptly named tower. You know, you've been in Blackwall a bit longer than Zimri, and so you know that the tower is a pretty important place of research here, especially of the arcane variety. So you gather that whatever Simri was commissioned to steal is likely pretty pricey. Also, speaking of price, my friend, you have made a profit today given your sale that you concluded just a few moments ago. Your profit for the copper piece today is going to be roughly about 5 gold, already balanced with the typical daily expenses.
As he slips the few pieces of coin into a small lockbox in the back. As Samurai makes their way to the room, Copper asks out to them, "So, how was business last night?"
Easy, as per usual. It's the reason you have me do these kinds of things.
"And you are magnificent at it, dear."
Thank you, I know. And Simri will pull it out of one of the many pockets
pretty
she
cool.
has. Thinks it pretty cool. One of the many pockets she definitely has on the inside of her shirt. Don't say I never did anything for you.
A line that I think both of us can use against one another at will at this point, no?
You would be correct. Oh, God. As Simri yawns.
Let us get this down to the appropriate inventory before anyone else pokes their head looking for a bit of string or a spare dagger.
Copper,
Yeah,
would you like to inspect the goods?
Absolutely.
Okay. Give me just a moment. I realize that I don't have y'all set to bounce when you speak, so I'm adjusting that just real quick. I know. Hey, I had to do a whole new setup on Discord Reactive today because they changed their UI and how basically everything fucking works. I'm real upset about it. So that was fun to rush into right before stream started.
Tart was having a great time.
I sure fucking was. I'm almost done. Give me just a moment. But, Copper, you open up the burlap sack. Well, I guess I should ask, do y'all do this here, or do you go, like, elsewhere to do this? I presume you probably use the back room to investigate it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The back rooms?
The back rooms? You both retreat to the back room. The back rooms? And, Copper, you remove the target object from the burlap sack. The component inside, it's a glass capsule, roughly about tennis ball size. But it's almost like, if you've ever played those little, like, gotcha machines, it's almost like the plastic bubble, you know what I mean? That has a little toy inside. It's that, except it's a glass capsule that is enclosed by brass rings. Within is a red gemstone. One that seems familiar to you, but it is not the typical sort of like ruby or garnet. If you want to try to determine what it is, you can roll an Arcana check.
I'll do this.
CG's first roll.
7.
It seems familiar. It's definitely magical in nature. It's a magical gem of some sort, but beyond that, you would need a more extensive look. And in truth, you're not super fully concerned about what your client wants. You just know to make sure they get to it. You know that the client in question stated that they would be returning in a few days to collect this object. So now you just need to store it for the time being.
Copper's going to look in the back rooms, and he's going to look for... Stop! He's going to look for a couple crates that are stacked kind of all around one another, and he is going to take the top off of this, like, 3 foot by 3 foot crate, take it off, and inside is what appears to be a false bottom to this crate, and he disappears inside, and then a few moments later he emerges, having successfully stored it in a hiding place.
Excellent. Excellent.
Not quite sure exactly what it is, but it is not our job to know. At least, not now.
Certainly not mine. I mean, unless it's trapped or evil in some way, but I get paid too much to ask.
We have yet to be paid at all, sadly. But they were prospective, this client. So, it makes sense that they keep their cards to the chest as we keep it to ours for now.
You both know that you were promised a modest sum for a job well done, roughly about 250 gold for the collection of this thingamajig, this doodad, this gizmo, whatever the fuck it could be. That ain't nothing to scoff at. It does make you question the, not authenticity, the importance of such an object. But regardless, money's money. You get it where you can get it in Blackwall. Not that
money.
you guys are necessarily high and dry for cash, but again, money's money.
As the object is stowed away. So, have you any other things to share? Perhaps any goings on over at the cells?
Don't tell her I called her this, but Lib, apparently, said we're having some type of visitors today. Some important person, one that I shouldn't care too much about, according to her.
Copper, my friend, you have a few connections of less than reputable purview within the eyes of the Black Watch. Go ahead and make me I'm gonna say history or investigation, your choice, to see if you have derived any information regarding this mystery guest that's coming into Blackwall. See if you picked up any tips.
Just an 8.
Y'all are on fire.
You keep making us roll our bad stats.
I sure do. Suffer. All right, we'll get to the good stuff eventually. You have not heard. You've heard the mutterings of there's supposed to be some important figure coming to Blackwall, but that's kind of just been it. Whispers on the wind of some mystery person of importance coming to the city within the near future. As to who it is, what they are, who they're working for, you don't fucking know. But it is something, you've heard the rumors of someone coming, but that's all it's been, has been rumors, nothing concrete until this moment.
Rumors, but not much more. My information gathering has been lack on the subject, and my contacts have not been very forthcoming either. Something to keep an ear out for, absolutely, though. One is not of a unnotable nature and makes rumors of themselves.
Lib kept it very close to her chest.
Copper, you know Lib. Lib, you, Simri, and Lib all have a bit of a working relationship in that y'all provide Lib with the occasional tip, and Lib provides y'all with the occasional freedom, if one were to say.
Just turn around. Don't look. I'm not here.
No, that's crazy. It's almost like she knew you stole something. That's crazy.
What? No.
But even this comes as a surprise to you.
Definitely will need to keep an ear out, especially if Lib made mention of it to you as well.
I have nothing to do for the rest of my day. If you need anything, I can go out and see if I can find information. I also drink coffee, so it's not like I'm going to sleep anytime.
Oh, was it Libyahin who made the coffee for you?
Yes.
And you won't be able to sleep anymore for some time, will you?
You could knock me out.
Simri,
Well,
make
you
me another con
try.
save.
Oh no!
Just thinking if your one drink has sort of put a little pep in your
4!
step. No, sure hasn't. You are still exhausted. Now you're exhausted and fast.
Let's go! My favorite state of being!
Mm-hmm.
Do I see the state that they're in?
Oh, 100%. It's plastered across her face.
Your willingness is well appreciated, Semri. I suspect that were you to go out, you would give your absolute hardest, and I would find you face down in the snow not long after. Or maybe I won't find you again until deep frost. Why don't you go upstairs? Have yourself a nap and perhaps burn off any energy that the coffee may leave in you.
CG, go ahead and take a point of inspiration for referring to the brand new Vanahiir calendar. CG did a little research.
Yeah.
My players doing me
Thank-
proud. I gave them a
thank-
whole bunch of more. I gave them a whole bunch of world lore since between the last campaign and this campaign, and they're starting to use it. I love it.
Yeah.
Simri will go to say something, realize you're correct. You don't even have to roll an insight for that. She'll just slowly make her way upstairs, probably grumbling under her breath. You aren't particularly listening, probably.
Just sent your
She'll close
teenage
the door.
daughter to her room.
Yeah. And above game, I just imagine getting the rest of the energy out. It sounds like fucking oats at 1 a.m.
Dumb fucking cat. But Simri, you retreat back to your quarters up in the attic. It's humble, but it serves its purpose. Copper, you return back to fronting the store. You see another couple customers throughout the day. Simri, you on the other hand, you take some time to rest, and the thought in the back of your mind kind of keeps swirling about who this mystery individual could be that's arriving in Blackwall. And you're hoping it's not who you think it is. You're really hoping it's not, but who knows? With that, we will pull away from the copper piece for a bit, and we will drift over to the docks, the city docks, where a rather significant ship has just pulled up into port. As the ringing of the bells and the shouts of hardworking individuals fill the harbor district, an individual steps from a rather long voyage here in the docks district, stepping off of the ship. A cleric draped in rather fitting attire. Maybe not so fitting as to combat the cold, as he came from a rather not cold location. Laith, River. Describe Laith for us, please.
So, Laith only stands about 4 foot tall, so he's relatively what seems kind of small for what seems to be a tiny little sea elf.
Alright, I'm sorry, hold on. I was not aware prior to going into this that Laith is 4 feet tall. That is really funny.
He's 4'10".
4'10". Okay.
He's
I was
at
like, wait a
least-
fucking second. Wait, hold on.
No, mind you, I tried to make him as short as I physically could for an elf.
Yes.
There's reason behind that.
But please, continue.
So, Laith is he has this pretty blue skin with even deeper blue hair. And it just cascades all the way down to his waist. He seems a little flamboyant for a cleric. His eyes kind of glimmer with this pretty pink color. And he just kind of looks around.
You toting your bag over your shoulder. Also, Laith, for all of our folks at home. Again, another art done by One Flustered Bun.
Bun had so much fun.
But descending from the off-ramp onto the docks, you begin to look around. You know that you are here as, well, an agent of a not-so-small organization here in Vanahiir. My friend Laith, suffice to say, you are a member of the Iron Covenant, a member of the Inquisition. You are not technically an Inquisitor, quote-unquote, but oftentimes you're referred to by such a title simply for being a member of the Inquisition. Which, fair enough, you let slide. You were told when you arrived that you would be meeting the captain of the City of Blackwatch, one Captain Kirk Roberts. But looking around, you don't see anyone matching in such a description, except a rather heavily armed individual, a copper dragonborn, who, seeing you, seems to kind of flag you down. Do you approach?
Lath will make his way over. Kind of, not really shivering, but it's just kind of like that, like, sudden kind of hold up your spine, just real quick. Kind of a temperature drop for him.
Yeah, you, Lath, you show a bit more skin than the average person here in Blackwall, which, while not a problem necessarily, for you as far as, being perceived, it is quite cold here. And you come from much further south where it is not this cold. So you kind of find yourself a bit more snug in your cloak than normal as you approach this copper dragonborn. They say to you, "Hail! I believe it's Sea Angler, right? Lath Sea Angler?"
That's me.
My apologies, Inquisitor. I know you're expecting Captain Roberts. My name is Libyahin. I am First Lieutenant here of the Blackwatch, and they put out their hand to give you a shake.
He'll take it and shake their hand really, not gently, but lightly.
Lightly?
Lightly.
Lightly.
Delicately.
Like a delicate flower.
Yes.
In contrast to the rather almost oppressive handshake of the First Lieutenant in front of you. Lib's grip on your hand as they're shaking your hand almost like shakes your arm up to your shoulder. This strong woman. Strong lady. Captain Roberts had a bit of an emergency meeting with Duke Harrow Novak. Needless to say, they are both, preoccupied. I know you are meant to meet with Lord Novak, but the Duke is a busy man, though I assure you once he's able to meet you, you will be summoned. In the meantime, I've been ordered to show you around the city.
Oh, that's fine by me, by all means.
It'll
It'll be nice to have someone to help me around.
I would agree. I was very lost the first time I came to Blackwall, so I find that a bit of a guide does wonders. We can come this way. Do you need help carrying anything? Do you have all your bags and such? They're traveling rather lightly.
Oh, I don't usually carry too much on me.
Understood. Well, we can head down this way. And Lib will begin to kind of guide you down the streets. Blackwall is busy, suffice to say. Not so busy to where you're unfamiliar or even lost with it. It does help, though, that you can smell the salty sea air. Being on a ship for so long was rather cathartic for you because you've been in quite a few places in the last few years since joining up with the Iron Covenant. But as you both continue to walk, Lib continues to speak with you, kind of filling you in on a bunch of the goings-on in Blackwall. As you are already likely aware, Blackwall is primarily run by two factions. The Blackwatch, or the City Guard, headed by Captain Roberts, and I'll make sure to, I think I have already given y'all that name in, let's see, is it the library? No, not the library, hold on. Which one was it? Oh yeah, in Hoomst. So, give me a moment here. Let me put a few names down. So, you have... I've given you all a few of these things prior, but you have the Vanahiir, who is First Lieutenant of the Blackwatch, as well as her physical attributes, so race, pronouns, age, etc. You have... Let's see... You have Captain Kirk Roberts. Kirk Roberts, Captain of the City Guard, who is human, he, him, and then age 60. And then I will put a few more in there as they become relevant. But let's see. Blackwall is primarily run by two factions, the Blackwatch, or the City Guard, headed by Captain Roberts, and then the Dawn Creed, what passes for the Adventurers Guild, led by Dana Stonedaughter. Then there's the Duke, Harrow Novak, who governs over the whole city. A few more things for you all. I'll probably actually put in a few of these as you guys come to meet them, but you have Dana Stonedaughter. I'm just going to put her name in there for now. And then Duke Harrow Novak. More information on them to come. Well, actually, here. Head of the Dawn Creed for Dana. And then for the Duke Blackwall. So those are available to y'all in the Hoomst channel. But continuing on. Well, not without our own problems, of course. Myself and the Blackwatch are still trying to dismantle a powerful crime family known as the Archangels. While the Dawn Creed regularly deals with odd happenings inside and outside of our walls. Make sure to keep an eye on your belongings. Laith, you kind of instinctually feel yourself pull your bag, your knapsack a bit closer to your person. Otherwise, you'll have no shortage of businesses to stock up on supplies from, should you need it. Though, I personally recommend the market district near the docks if you're looking for basic goods. The fish is fresh, and the market usually has their goods restocked the quickest. As you guys are kind of walking and talking, she is actually like walking you through some of these areas. You're beginning to walk through the commercial district as she is describing it. As you guys get a bit farther, she kind of notices your sigil that you have around your collar. Cleric, right?
Yes.
I see that you're a follower of Freda, goddess of love.
That's correct.
Well, if you're looking to offer for a place to offer a prayer, there's a small church to Freda on the northeast side of town. I can show you tomorrow, if you wish.
He kind of lights up a little. Absolutely.
Laith, you notice, Liv has, tethered to her back. She has this rather extravagant, like, gold etching of a dragon, actually, like, emblazoned upon this great shield she has tethered to her back. Go ahead and make me a religion check.
Ooh, my first roll.
Yeah! Everyone gets one. Don't fuck it up like they did. What
Hey,
did I
fucked
just
up like
say?
they did. You can punish me later.
If it makes you feel better, given your work with the Inquisition, it wasn't a high roll. It wasn't a high DC. This sigil is a emblem to Tyrannos, the god of dragons. Given that Liv is a dragonborn, it's appropriate. You're welcome to mention it if you wish, or we can continue on.
Continue on.
Otherwise, if you're a literary type, there's Runes and Reliquaries, which holds the Blackwall City Library, which is quite extensive. It also houses a scribe's office on the 2nd floor and a magic shop on the 3rd. I'll give y'all that in Wermst. Runes and Reliquaries.
That's gonna help me out so much for remembering things. I don't think you understand how much I appreciate this.
Blackwall City Library. Scribe's office. And magic shop. I just tried to type match shop, like MATCHIC.
Magic.
Magic.
Magic. That's gonna be a vocal stim for me now. Fuck.
As you're continuing on, Laith, you get a bit of a chill. It's in this moment where the cold is really starting to get to you, and you kind of, right. Lib, who kind of takes notice. Right, I suppose the cold isn't as frequent down in Agranosh. If you're looking to stay warm, I recommend one of the many bathhouses here in Blackwall. They're well maintained and are a wonderful place to wind down after a long day.
Oh, he absolutely, is thrilled at the idea of a bathhouse.
Mm-hmm.
This man likes to be pampered.
Same, TBH. Continue on a bit further. Your overall walk and your sort of rough tour goes on for roughly about an hour, where you arrived a little later in the day. So it's the day is beginning to wind down a bit. But you pull up to this rather extravagant looking inn, a tavern. Then, lastly for now, the Sylvan Lantern Inn. Good place for a drink or some company, if that's your style. Prostitution is not illegal here in Blackwall, and I am not one to judge. The Silver Lantern is one of the more reputable taverns here in Blackwall. I'll put that in Wermst. Silver Lantern Inn. Blackwall Tavern. But I see that it is not illegal, so you can be a whore if you want. It is allowed. It is legal.
Whoring is legal here.
Unfortunately, Samurai has a full-time job being a bad bitch.
Correct. And crying. What?
Bad bitches with anxiety. That just sounds like everyone here.
Mood. The Silver Lantern is one of the more reputable taverns in Blackwall, and your place of residency for the next week. At least until the Duke will see you. I'm sure you have questions. You're welcome to ask, though I know you've had a long journey. You probably wish to rest.
He kind of seems overwhelmed and like his brain is just fried from the trip. How long of a trip was it?
It was from Agranosh all the way up here to Blackwall. It was... Let me consult the world map real quick. It would have been roughly about 2 months, I believe. It was chunky.
And
Somewhere
probably
roughly
for
from a
part
month
of
to
that
2 months.
time, he would absolutely have been in the water. Just
Oh, yeah.
swimming with the fucking boat.
Yeah, absolutely. You're no stranger to water. It would have been a lot more what's the word I'm looking for? A lot less enjoyable for someone aside from you, but you grew up in Agranash, which was literally underwater until a few years ago. So you're
It
used
was
to the water
deep
and you enjoy it.
underwater.
Your work with the
That's why he's so dark.
Yeah. Your work with the Inquisition has given you the opportunity to see the world, but there is still a profound place in your heart for home, for the water, the sea.
He will probably opt to get rest.
Okay. Lib will look to you. Your room's already been paid for the week, at least until, again, you're able to see the Duke. But in the meantime, and Lib is going to hand you a small, coin purse or a small satchel full of coins. And go ahead and add 15 gold to your inventory. In case
Yay!
In case you decide that you need to purchase any supplies or anything really while you're here in town.
He kind of looks at his bare chest. Maybe a coat.
I'd suggest a coat. If you need more, there's work, everywhere, but until you see the Duke, I'd recommend you try to stay out of trouble.
He kind of makes a coy smile. I can stay out of trouble.
She does not return the smile. It is, in this moment, probably the first, really serious look she's kind of given you. Oh, and, if you can help it, try not to leave the city after dark. The lands of Baldore are treacherous, and I would hate to report to the Inquisition that something happened to you on my watch. Otherwise, get some rest, and, meet me at the docks tomorrow at 9 a.m. I'll give you an idea as to how things work around here, and we'll continue our tour.
That sounds good with me.
Speaking of the docks tomorrow, I forgot to mention something to Copper and Simri before I finished up with their scene. You both know that Copper, you have a bit of a shipment for restocking some supplies coming in the morning, so you have already informed Simri, and the two of you are planning to go to the docks to receive the shipment tomorrow.
Cool, okay.
That is going to be tomorrow morning.
Man.
Wow,
More
business is
possibly
always good.
narratively ordained meeting.
Wow, I know, that's crazy. Hey, get the fuck over it.
I'd rather die, actually.
As this conversation is going on between Lath and Lib, another individual, off a little bit of ways, finds their way into the Silver Lantern Inn. And rather, given the day they've had, rather tired individual, a hardworking individual, Pact. Joe, describe Pact for us.
The first thing people would notice is the piercing green eyes of this particular individual of Ventrician nationality. Eyes that look like they've seen years of hardship, dark circles acting as if they highlight the wear and tear. This weathered human's hair is very unkempt and thrown together in this very inelegant top bun. They appear to purposely carry very minimal effects. A bag, this large map tube fixed to its back, a long sword attached to his belt, and most notable in this very frozen climate, this individual also appears to be bearing his chest into the brisk wind of Blackwall. Sporting
taking all your titties out in the cold, dare I say.
It's a statement.
It is.
sporting a dragon tattoo across his rib cage, just right under the pec line, as if a bright and brazen display on this individual who appears to carry themselves in a very low-key demeanor, almost as if his body language and the stoic face tells everybody to kindly keep to yourself.
Friends. Joe, welcome back to the table.
Yeah.
Yay. Pact, you have had a heck of a couple days. You are a member of the Dawn Creed. You have just recently, and by recently I mean today, turned in your quest to slay a roaming manticore, a hard fought job to complete within the Dawn Creed, but a rewarding one. Pact, go ahead and add 100 gold to your inventory as a result of your share of the total 1,000 for your part in the job.
Woof.
Pact, you served with a party of 4 others. Your cleric from that party almost died from the manticore. It was a little touch and go there for a moment, but your reliable barbarian was able to make sure that everyone got out just fine, with minor scrapes and bruises. But you are taking a bit of a small reprieve before heading home, wanting to spend a little bit of the hard-earned cash you just earned. You wander into the Silver Lantern Inn. You're a fan of the Silver Lantern Inn. You've been here. You could say you're a regular here, actually, truly. And the tall, rather stocky lizard folk behind the bar kind of greets you as you come in. You're familiar with the owner of the Silver Lantern Inn, one individual known by the name of Nash. Nash goes in and goes, there's one of my finer customers. Hey, go on, take a sit. I'll get one of the ladies to come take your order in a minute.
Pact will give a nod and not really say much, but he'll just kind of mosey on to, I guess, his usual spot.
There is a booth a little bit of ways from... It's close to the bar, but it's just far enough away to where you don't draw too much attention to yourself, but also not too far away to where you draw attention to yourself by sitting alone. Off to the far right side, you see what appears to be a singular tiefling bard who is playing one hell of a ditty on what appears to be a viola. You're not super into music. It's kind of beyond you, or at least this particular instrument is. But you take a seat at your regular spot in your booth, and eventually a barmaid does bring you does come and ask what you want to drink. A couple minutes go by, you are able to receive your order.
Silly question.
Yeah.
Does the Silver Lantern allow smoking?
100%.
Okay. So after he puts the order in, he'll definitely reach for the carton of cigarettes that's in his bag and just light up and just try and unwind.
Yep. This is a routine that you perform on the regular, especially following a job with the Dawn Creed, especially one where is particularly dangerous compared to some of the other menial jobs you can do within the guild. A manticore is something that is new to you. You haven't had to slay a manticore before, but it gave you a bit of knowledge, a lot of experience, and a bit of a healthy paycheck. So now seems like a good time to unwind as any. It is after a few minutes that you look and you see a rather interesting individual walk into the Silver Lantern Inn. You notice a admittedly pretty lost looking, it looks like a sea elf, which also something you're not super familiar with. You've heard of them, but you think this is the first time you've noticed one. More distinctly, you notice that, kind of like yourself, this individual is showing quite a bit of skin considering the cold. Also considering that they are rather aquatic in nature. It is definitely noticeable. They stand out a little bit. Laith, you entering the Silver Lantern Inn, you take notice of all the sights and sounds around you. And you kind of eventually make your way up to the bar to speak with the bartender, Nash. Joe, what were you going to say?
Honestly, nothing really. She was just going to take a look of Laith and just kind of not really make much of a stint. He'll just follow him and then just return to his decompressing.
Like, you approach the bar where the rather stocky lizard folk behind the counter, he kind of resembles almost like a Komodo dragon in a way, looking at him. He looks at you and goes, "Hey, what? Is this you only got a new face in town, huh? Welcome. Name's Nash. Welcome to the Silver Lantern Inn. What can I do for you?"
I'm Laith.
Whoa, you said Laith?
Yeah.
Ah, I've been told to listen out for you. Here's shit, where'd it go? Hold on. And he kind of ventures under the bar. You can see his tail. Where his head goes down, his tail comes up as he's like down under the bar looking for something. And he pulls out what looks like a gold key. This one's to your room upstairs. I've been told that your bill's been covered for the week, at least as far as residency goes. Your room is 207 whenever you go upstairs.
Perfect, thank you.
You're welcome. If you need any drink, any food, I'm Nash, I'm your man. And he's gonna put his hand out to shake. His rather large hand, larger than Lib's, which is impressive because Lib also had large hands.
It
should be noted, Nash
hold up
is
this tiny little, much tinier hand.
People with their fucking handshakes around here as Nash, with both hands, shakes your hand and you look like a fucking Looney Tunes character for a moment as you're shook. But Nash is not an overly large individual, but where he lacks in height, he's probably just short, 6 feet tall. He makes up in build. He is a stocky individual. He's got girth, if you know what I'm saying, and not he's dense. But he seems friendly enough. I guess I should ask, does Laith drink? Does Laith partake in alcohol at all?
At this current moment, he probably wouldn't. Especially after being on boat for so long.
Valid.
He can hold his liquor, but he does not partake when, 2 months on boat.
Yeah, absolutely. You begin to strike up a bit of conversation along with Nash, kind of getting the lay of the land a little bit. He kind of starts asking you a bit of questions. He's primarily just curious, and all the while he's polishing a glass with his rather large clawed hands. Packed. As you are kind of listening to this conversation, you're not really intentionally listening, but it's within proximity that you're able to hear it pretty easily. Nash has got a heart of gold, but discreet he is not. But as you're sitting there at the bar, a barmaid approaches you and puts a glass of a fine whiskey in front of you, as well as a note. Compliments of the lady, sir.
Slow turn to see who bequeathed this drink to him.
Across the bar, the barmaid kind of nods over to a woman, a mystery woman of mystery, as her description would say. The handout. A woman. What? She... I know. Not a redhead. Nobody panic. Nobody panic.
Tart, you have traumatized me, sir.
I know. And I knew this was going to happen when I wrote this. When I wrote this bit. I knew this was going to happen, but I promise. Not her. Not who you think it is. But she is sat at the bar. You see she has what appears to be like a long sword over her back, and she's holding a glass of wine. And as you two make eye contact, she kind of raises her glass at you a little bit. Go ahead and make me a history check.
$13.
Joe, doing better than everyone else thus far. Yeah.
Luck is on my side, apparently.
I know where you live.
This mystery woman, she seems familiar. You're honestly pretty positive you've seen her before, but you can't pinpoint where. But you're also tired. Might come to you at some point. But she has bought you a glass of whiskey, and there's now a note sitting in front of you.
Reads the note.
It is a simple note. You actually look, and it is, it actually appears to be just a folded up, like, napkin with a bit of ink written on it. And then it just says, watch your back. Archangels are looking for you. Pax, you have no fucking idea why the Archangels would be looking for you. You know that the Archangels are a bit of a high-level crime family here within Blackwall. The Blackwatch have been trying to get rid of them forever. You've had your run-ins with them before, but nothing that would necessarily have them on the lookout for you, so this strikes you as a bit odd. What do you do?
Carefully reads it, kind of double checking just to see if the name Archangels was the same as the crime family, and look back at her, towards the note, give a smirk, at least feigning a playful one. He will try to put it over his chest, as if to kind of try and use his body language, say, in my heart or something.
Yeah.
And give a quick nod before he will turn around and write a note back, saying something along the lines of, I had something. Saying something along the lines of, hey, it appears I've got friends in high places, before asking a barmaid to send it back towards her with whatever this lady is drinking.
understood. You scratch up this note. Do you, after sending it to this individual, do you partake in the whiskey that was given to you?
Definitely will like kind of sniff at it as if he is like trying to feign as though he is a connoisseur, and he would take a sip.
It is a very fine whiskey. It's definitely one of the more pricier whiskeys you can gather from how it tastes, how smoothly it goes down. As you're partaking in this whiskey, you see, or rather, you hear it before you see it, a rather rambunctious gaggle of roughly 5 goons stagger into the Silver Lantern Inn. You don't need to make a check. They are very clearly archangels. A number of them have weapons either at their side. One of them looks like they have like a steel, almost like a baseball bat style sort of club, kind of toted over their shoulder, and they're kind of like rambunctious, like and Pax, because you read the note and because you're ready for this, you watch and you take note as they begin to start making their way over to you. More importantly, you notice that one of the 5 kind of breaks off and begins to float around to the back of this sort of group of booths that you're in and makes their way to the booth behind yours. And as they all kind of begin to surround your table, the one who broke off kind of like starts leaning over the booth behind yours over into yours, and the one in kind of in the middle who is just kind of like just a fucking generic looking fucking goon, kind of chuckling to him in his voice, starts kind of pointing at you. Hey, you you look familiar. You packed?
Who's asking?
Well, does the name Malachi Draxus mean anything to you? Packed. Make me a history check. Also, Lath, it should be noted, you're sat at the bar while this is going on. This is like right behind you. And you kind of can't help but look.
I may have gotten too cocky. 4.
You've never heard that name in your life.
Sorry, friend, but it appears as though I have no idea who you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a shame here. You see, Malachi had something stolen recently, and the birdie tells me that, you know what happened to it. Bun. Don't worry about Bun. May come up. Who knows? Maybe we can help each other out. As he kind of puts his hands on the table and kind of leans forward a little bit. You can see where his kind of cloak begins to give way a bit. You can see that there is a short sword brandished at his side.
You said there's 5 of these goons, right?
There are 5 of these goons. There's 3 in front of you, 1 to your left, kind of like off the end of the booth, and then there's 1 who's behind you in the booth behind you and is like leaned over the back wall of the booth to get an eye on you. He's kind of like leaning over almost like a child.
Do any of like the archangels, like subordinates or whatever, do they have a reputation to take generous donations of sorts to kindly fuck off?
They have been known to take bribes, yes.
Help, huh? So, here's the deal. How's about... And he will kind of produce a handful of coins. 10 for each of you to leave me alone, and you've never heard of me before.
Make me a persuasion check.
Five.
Y'all are on fire tonight.
We're doing so good, guys.
It's okay. It's fine. Ah, you see, I normally take you up on that, but well, Birdie told me you got something belonging to Malachi, and well, Malachi is gonna have my head if I don't get back what you're taking from him. So, do us both a favor and tell me where you stashed it.
If I tell you I stash it up your ass, would you kindly please leave me the fuck alone? I had a very long day.
He kind of like starts jabbing his buddies. We got jokes here. Meanwhile, Lath, you are kind of like enthralled in this, like, oh shit, is shit about to go down? And you hear Nash kind of chuckling to himself. Watch this, kid. They don't know what they're in for.
Lath just blinks.
Can I?
Uh-huh.
I'm just imagining Lath currently drinking some alcohol through a straw and taking a deep sip.
Oh, we got a fucking funny guy here. Listen here, you little shit. And as he like goes to pull his short sword, you knew it was gonna come down to this. You fucking kick your table up and send it scattering into the group of goons in front of you, and they are taken back. And Pact, my friend, when we come back from our break, you're gonna
fuck.
do a little initiative.
Fight!
Fight! Bar fight!
Bar fight!
First episode of bar fight, and not even everyone has been introduced yet. Damn.
I know.
We instead of doing y'all meet in a tavern, we did y'all beat in a tavern.
Hey, yo.
Hello, friends. Welcome back. He's good. I actually would just keep going, but I actually need to get a couple tokens on the board before I start this fight. So we're gonna take a little bit of a break, and we'll be back in a few moments. My friends, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we are back. Hello. We're talking about my dog. I got my dog a new bed.
Nog.
Yes, hello. But, my friends, or I should say, my victims. I can't think of any other way to put that. I need, as we move our way to our first battle map of Campaign 2, I need Pact and Lath to please roll me initiative.
Why am I being dragged into this, man?
You just happen to be there. In truth, it is giving you the opportunity to act should you choose to do so.
This is what happens when you go to bars, Lath.
Yep. Let me go ahead and pull up my initiative. Hold on. Where's my initiative?
Don't blame me, blame the goons.
True. Hold on. I am missing my initiative. Where's
You fell?
turn order? There it is. All right, Pact. Pact with a 6. Pact.
There's my one.
Y'all.
We are firing from all cylinders.
Y'all are doing amazing. Add turn. Add turn. Add turn. And add turn. Y'all, hold on. Folks in the chat should be able to see your... Nope, that didn't do it. Hold on. Should be a way for the folks in the chat to see Lath and Pact's HP, but that is not the case, so that is something I will have to fix later. That's fine. We're in a
Right.
new game window, so I'm having to reset all my basic settings. But let me go ahead and roll some initiative for these goons. Alrighty, goons. Open character sheet. I have access to NPC stat blocks for them now. Here in the game. Alright. Oh, wait, hold on. So, 5. Then, number 2. 16. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Oh, that guy did piss poor. That guy will go after Lath, because that was a natural one. 11 and 10. And then organize. Excellent. Okay. Alrighty. Let me get some fight music up. Let me just put this off to the side for the moment. My friends, we enter combat for the first time. Let's go with... Let's see. Do we go with an old... let's go with this one. Perfect. Bit of an oldie. Alrighty. We begin initiative. First up is the goon off to your left, Pact, the one who was not caught in the midst of that table attack that you threw at the other three, appropriately enough. This is going to say scimitar attacks when I roll these. They are just swinging, they are swinging either impromptu weapons, so like a short sword or like a metal club, or these are going to be unharmed attacks. So, roll to hit. Does an 18 hit you, Pact?
It does.
Okay. You are going to take, as this is an unarmed strike in this particular moment, you are going to take a whopping 1 damage. As you're going to
Ow,
get
my
up,
spleen.
you are cracked from the side of the face, and you kind of stagger, but you continue to get up to defend yourself. In that moment, the bandit in front of you, the goon who was yapping, who was the one who was yapping at you. I wish I could make these bigger, as I'm just now seeing over on the other screen. That's fine. I'll have to adjust that later. That's unfortunately just because I'm using my new monitors. Just a little hard to see. A little small. No worries. He is going to come back at you. He is going to come at you with the short sword. I presume a 9 does not hit you.
Nope.
As he comes to attack you with the with his short sword, you actually duck down behind the table that you launched at them, and his attack gets caught on the table, and you are safe. The one with the metal club is going to try and attack you. He's going to attempt to break through the table. He does break through the table. That was thankfully for you an attack on the table and not on you. And he sunders the table down in half, crashing it, basically destroying it. It is inoperable now, and you are now out of cover. But it is now your turn.
I'd like to take the cigarette I was smoking and flick it in the dude in the front's eyes.
Absolutely. Are you attempting to? Are you just? Is this just a hee hee, or is this like an actual attack? Are you attempting to do something here?
I'd like to do something. The aim is to kind of go for one of the eyes. Not really.
I love it.
I don't want to say blinding him, but mostly just trying to disrupt him.
I love it. Make me a dart attack. You've got darts in your inventory, I believe.
I do.
Appropriate enough for a cigarette.
17.
That will hit. Roll your damage.
7 piercing, or fire, whichever you prefer.
I'm gonna give it fire. I mean, you're flinging a lit cigarette into this man's eye. That shit's gonna hurt. he is not only gonna take that damage, he's gonna stumble back. He's gonna nearly bump into you, Lath, as he, fuck! And he is going to, be blinded for his next turn. I know you weren't, I just adjusted all their health. Oops, that's fine. I know you weren't going to blind him necessarily, Pact, but it's a cigarette to the fucking eye. He's not gonna be permanently blinded, but that shit fucking hurt. He's gonna be out of it for a fucking second. Is that your turn?
Okay. No, I'd like to bonus action disengage away from the gaggle of goobers.
Okay. You do?
This might be a little too much, but I'd like to like as he's swiftly like running up, he'll like run up towards like the bar. Grab a rope, grab the rope from his bag, and try and wrap it around this guy's like neck. He's probably not going to choke him now or anything because that's probably way too many actions. But he is just going to look at all of these goons and say, "Unless you want me to choke your comrade's fucking life out of his lungs, leave, or else I am not responsible for the hell that I will bring."
Okay. Make me, first of all, with your disengage, is that through your Step of the Wind?
Correct.
Excellent.
So that would be 1 key point.
Okay. The folks at home can probably now guess what Pact is. But
Barbarian.
yes. I will.
I'm a rogue.
I would give you I'll give you an intimidation check, but because you don't have any action economy to do anything to this man yet, I'm gonna say it's with disadvantage.
Fair enough. That's
Wow.
a 21 though. Tweeny.
Wow. Okay. That's gonna be a morale check for these two goons coming up. Hold on. The guy who is like in this booth here, he's visibly like, fuck, what? We weren't expecting him to fight back. What do we do? And he actually is going to skip his turn. He is unsure what the current marching orders are. This other guy, he is also kind of dumbfounded, like, what do we do? Lath, we come to you. Do you do anything, or are you just watching this go down? Pact has tied a man's throat with rope and is threatening to kill him next to you. What do you do?
Move.
Yeah, that's valid.
Fair.
The guy here is actually going to take an opportunity not to attack you, but he's going to kind of like reach out to you like, help. What the fuck?
Nope.
Kind of like
Lath
blindly
shakes
reaching
his
out
head.
for anyone to fucking help him.
No, Lath shakes his head, puts his hands up, and walks away. Kind of backs up, looking
Not my
at
horse,
Nash.
not my farm. Not
Not
my
my
monkey,
horse,
not my
not my
circus.
farm. Nope.
All right. Perfect. The guy sitting here, as you kind of pull up, kind of gives you a nod like, yeah, I wouldn't get in the middle of that either. This guy, though, back to the top of initiative. He also is like, well, what do you want to do, boss? And then the guy that you're holding, Pat, goes, don't just fucking stand there, you idiots! Kill him! Or do something! Fuck! As you tighten the grip a little more. Guy with the metal bat is gonna come up and he's gonna swing on you, Pact. Does a 12 hit?
It does not.
As he goes to come down on you, but you actually like maneuver the guy in front of you away to where his club actually gets kind of like caught in the space between the two of you, and so it's just a whiff, basically. Hecht, we're back to you.
Well, I'm doing what I promised. I will. I'll propel myself by jumping on this dude's shoulders and to like retch back on the rope and tie it behind the bar onto like the next like a sturdy like hook or like something to tie this onto.
I love it. It should be noted as you go behind the bar, Nash is just cleaning his fucking glass. Make me a dexterity check. I'm gonna say because you're using the rope, do it with advantage.
Dexterity. 15.
Excellent. You reel back and you wrench this guy back against the bar, and he. I want to know: are you attempting to kill this man, or are you just choking him out?
Oh God! I threatened to kill him.
You did.
Who am I to go? Who am I to go back on my? I was gonna say, but who am I to go back on my word?
Excellent. Roll me a d6, please.
Okay. Like a d6. Ha! 1.
Okay. It starts tugging harder at the ropes around his throat. He's losing oxygen, and quickly. And is going to. Well, sorry. Do you have anything else?
Are there any like behind the bar? Are there like any like glasses or like anything like?
Oh, plenty.
Like, is there anything like around?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Underneath the bar, this is where the drinks are served. So there are mugs, there are like glasses like the one that you had that is probably now shattered on the floor. There you can find what you're looking for here.
Okay, cool. I'd like to take that shattered glass and toss it at the bat boy over here.
Okay. Go ahead and make me. I'll say make me another dart attack.
2 anyway.
Excellent. Roll me damage.
8 piercing.
8 piercing. Okay. He takes the fucking broken glass to the shoulder. And shit! Ah! And you hit him in the arm that's like wielding the club, so it goes a little. No, it doesn't go limp, but you definitely severed like a major tendon there that helps him control that arm. That's gonna be a long recovery, provided he survives this encounter. Is that your turn?
That has to be turned, since I don't think I can move right now with this guy technically leashed on me.
I'm gonna say at this moment, no, because you would also have to scale back over the bar if you were to go anywhere else but back.
That was the idea, but right here is probably fine.
Okay. This guy here, he is going to leap over the booth. He is going to come over and I'm gonna make a wisdom check for him. Hold on. Wisdom. Are you smart enough to free your friend? I'm gonna say yes, but the question is, will he be able to do it? This is gonna be. We'll call this a dex check to try and cut through the ropes. He's gonna start like trying to saw at the ropes. That ain't gonna get through. So that is his action. He goes up and starts trying to like saw through the ropes with his knife that he's got. This guy here. This guy is going to hop up on the bar, and Ash is gonna be like, "Whoa, hey, don't, hey, what do you think? Hey, get the fuck down off of my bar, hey!" You guys are gonna be a lot of trouble when the big man gets here. I tell you that. And the bandit who's jumped up, the goon who's jumped up on the bar is like, "Shut the fuck up! Hello? Get out of the fight!" And he's like trying to finagle his way around Nash to get to you. Ugh. And he's going to try to jump down here. Let's see if he fumbles or not. Oh, he fumbles. He staggers, he plants his feet down, but it is going to waste the rest of his turn as he is now holding his knife up to you, Pact. We're gonna come to Lath. Lath.
Pass.
Lath is just.
Not.
I should have got a drink.
Lath looks at Nash. I think I'll take a drink afterward.
Got you, kid. As we go up. What's up?
I was gonna say that's my turn.
As we come up to the top of initiative, something a bit different happens as the doors to the Silver Lantern Inn open. The rather large double doors give way to this hulking. To call them a tabaxi would be doing them an injustice. No, it is a massive, hulking tiger man. Appears to be a Leonin of some sort. Heck, you know who this individual is. But for the rest of us, Hunk, would you like to describe Bulk for us?
Hulking is honestly the word that comes to mind. Just a giant mass of fur and muscle. Almost 7 foot tall, reddish orange fur and very dark stripes. Apparently piercing blue eyes.
Beautiful eyes. Bulk, you enter into the Silver Tavern, or the Silver Lantern Inn, and you recognize your comrade in the Dawn Creed, Pact, who seems to be engaged in a little bit of a scuffle with some goons. Pact, you actually were on a job with over the past couple days. You and Pact were working together to hunt down a roaming manticore outside the city walls. Your cut for completion of that job will be 100 gold if you want to go ahead and add that to your inventory. You were able to save the cleric from meeting a pretty terrible fate. But, so you're familiar with Pact. You're also familiar with some Archangel goons who you do see here in the midst of your favorite place to come when you're not at work. Perhaps a place that you are staying here on the regular. Smile.
They're by his favorite booth. I've just picked it. It's that one. He's upset.
They have
Ironically
shattered
enough.
that booth. That table at that booth. What were you saying, Joe?
Ironically enough.
Yeah. Both of y'all's favorite booth. Bulk, do you say anything, or would you just like to enter initiative?
I just picture mild eye twitching and just a very stoic, almost angry face.
You hear Nash from behind the camera. Oh, y'all done fucked up now. Starting to seep into Tusk a little bit there. Y'all done fucked up now, brother. About time you got here, big guy. Bulk, go ahead and roll initiative for me. I also just realized, hold on, you don't have control of your token. Let me fix that.
I do not.
There you go.
I was noticing I was about to click him to
Yeah,
hit
sorry.
the thing. 22?
Oh, he is right mad about it. About his favorite
Appropriate
move.
considering this is Bulk's first roll at the table. Oh, I
hello,
love
thank you.
it.
It will never happen again. Thank you, thank you.
Oh,
That's where the luck went.
bloody beautiful, isn't it? All
Not
right.
bulk aura farming.
Now we got some initiative. Bulk. It is your turn. He's coming! you... Oh!
He's mad about his booth!
As you approach, you see that this guy is tangled up in ropes held by Pact, choking him out. This guy has a rather hefty piece of glass embedded in his shoulder. As you use Daunting Roar as a bonus action, you can let out an especially menacing roar. Creatures of your choice within 10 feet of you must make a wisdom saving throw or become frightened until the end of your next turn. So that would be, I believe, these 3 goons right in front of you. So,
Yes.
let me roll wisdom saves for the 3 of them. This first one will be the guy right in front of you. What is your DC for this?
I don't even know.
8
on.
plus your proficiency bonus plus your con modifier. That was
14.
14? Okay. That guy does pass. That's fine. The one behind him. That guy shits himself, probably. And then the guy tied up, I'm gonna give him I was gonna give him disadvantage because he's currently being hog-tied, so that's gonna be a failure. So the guy in front of you passes, the 2 behind him do not. So, frightened. Hold on, where's the token? Frightened? Frightened. That is your bonus action, my friend.
The action will be take the blunt end and just try to use pull a hand axe from his belt and try to whack the guy in front of him that isn't afraid with the handle.
I love it. So it sounds like you're maybe attempting to knock this man out rather than kill him. Okay, understood. Go ahead and roll.
Soft 20?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll your damage. You're gonna knock him clean, I tell you that. Yeah.
5.
He had 3, so he was guaranteed to go down. As you bonk. Hold on, wait. We have a bonk noise here on the soundboard. There we go. As you knock this man out cold, as he falls flat to the floor. That is your action. That is your bonus action. Do you have any more
Turn.
movement? Okay, turn.
I mean, I can, but I'm good.
That guy, the guy back here sees him knock out your friend or his friend in one strike. And go, what the fuck is that? I'm gonna make a morale check for him, or a wisdom save, if you will. He does pass. He is going to begrudgingly come over and he is going to try and attack you. We'll see how this goes for him. That's a natural 1! Let's see, rolling for severity. Ooh! That's no bueno.
They're trying.
They are. Hey, Bulk.
Can I hit him?
Yeah, how about you go ahead and make me an attack back against him, my friend?
19?
That'll do it. Roll your damage.
9 slashing.
This man comes running up on you. He tries to give you his best shot, but you, as he's coming up, you just boom, backhand him, and he is sent scattering into this booth.
Slapping him with the side of the hand axe.
Yeah. This guy, how long is he frightened for? Until the end of your next turn. So he's just as he's also being choked out. I think he's
He's already wriggling trying to get out, now he's frantically wriggling.
Yeah. I'm gonna give him a strength check for him to try and break from the ropes. I can't justify advantage. I also can't justify disadvantage in this moment because there's no. I'm gonna say disadvantage because he is frightened, and he's also, well, I was going to give him disadvantage because he's frightened, but I was going to give him an advantage because his friend's helping him. So I'm going to say they cancel out. So it's just going to be flat. 14? Is that enough to break a rope? Hold on. Strength check to break rope. I think okay, 17. Hempen rope is a 17 DC strength check. So, no. He is gonna be all stucky-wucky in there. This guy is out cold, so I can take him off of initiative. Pact!
Let's see here. The guy next to me, I'm going to flick the butt end of my sword towards it, like towards his dumb nose.
Okay, make me an attack with your sword.
18.
That will hit. Roll your damage.
Unfortunately, 5 bludgeoning.
Okay. It's still, you hear the distinct of his nose as it collides with his face, and he. Oh, hold on. I just accidentally closed my Roll20 window. Give me a moment. Oops.
Whoopsie doodles.
Hold on. Pause. A moment.
Everyone freak out. Ah!
I'm gonna restart the music. Give me a moment.
I can't believe the frickin' butt end of a sword, like, not only disoriented the guy here, but also disoriented Tart.
It broke his nose
Right?
and broke the game.
God is dead from
God
being
is
hit
dead.
by the
Load-bearing
the butt of the
nostrils.
sword.
I'm gonna say that is your action. You got a bonus action.
Yeah, I'm going to take advantage of him being discombobulated and do like a jumping thrust kick towards his chest, mostly just to kind of just like back him off.
Yeah, absolutely. Do it.
11.
11 does miss, just short. So he's just out of your range to strike him.
I'm taking his buddy for a bit of a walk. Excuse me. Just gonna go 5, 10, 15.
Oh
around
yes,
here.
that's right. Can't forget his buddy. Go ahead and roll me just the d6. Excellent.
Hey, 6.
The man fighting and struggling, his flails and his efforts eventually come to an end as he is now unconscious in this moment. If you continue to press the assault with the ropes, you will be able to kill him should you choose.
Okay.
But in this moment, he is purely unconscious.
That is all I can do.
With that, we come to this goon who is also frightened. Let's see. Do you have... he's going to roll a wisdom check with disadvantage. Do you have the foresight to try and free your buddy who may be about to die? Wow! Okay! I'm impressed, dude. He starts cutting... He's cutting faster. Alright, my guy. See if you can break your friend out. Well, actually, Rope has 2 hit points. This is the second turn he's doing it. So I'm going to say on that second one, the rope does snap and this guy goes limp across the floor. Pact, you feel your, you feel a bunch of give on the rope as it goes slack. This guy, though, after that, what is he gonna do? What was his action? I mean, he's gonna I think he's gonna try to run, but the only way to go to get out is the door by the big man. So I think he's going to actually go back here and he's gonna take cover behind the fucking booth. This guy here, by you, Pact, is going to swing on you. That is a natural 20. Pact. Ow! That is max damage for a total of 12, Pact.
Ow.
Yeah, that was chunky. But that is all he can do. Lath. Like, the people around you are like, yeah! Fight, 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 fight! Guys around you are like taking bets. This is the best thing they've seen all day. You do, however, catch that Pact has just taken a rather nasty swipe across the chest. Would you like to do anything to intervene? Lath?
Sorry, Storless had come in to ask me a question. That is my bad.
No worries.
Can I make a medicine check to see how Pact is doing?
Yeah, and I'm gonna give you advantage because it was a pretty prominent blow. And you were in full view of it. I'm gonna give you advantage.
God, why were those so aggressive? 12.
He's
That
looking a little rough.
That shit hurted. That could definitely be better off.
Well, I'm checking things.
Perceiving.
Can I cast Prayer of Healing?
I believe that spell takes 10 minutes.
Yeah, prayer of
Oh, yeah.
healing is short rest.
Unfortunately.
Spell.
Oh, wait, I have Healing Word.
Nice. Perfect. Excellent.
Thank you.
Like, you take hold of your symbol of Freda and you utter... What word do you utter to heal Pact?
Can I workshop that? Because I have no...
Could be a phrase like "be well."
Yeah, you can utter, like, a prayer if you want, or anything.
Think Overwatch. Let's get you back on your feet, soldier. If at nothing else.
Is Late Soldier 76?
May the ocean heal you. I don't know.
Actually, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Stick with
Punk. I actually really like that.
Rue's like, write that down, write that down.
Write that down, write that down.
We did buff the healing spells, that's true. We did use the healing spell buff from 24, so
I
that is
just
actually going to
didn't
be an
put it-
additional d4.
Okay, I just haven't had a chance to put it in. I did tell CG that I forgot to put everything into
All good.
into my sheet. I have it on
We
a
had to do
spell
the
book, but
conversions
there.
manually, so it's stuff we can do later.
It's a
not big
pain.
deal.
We,
Yeah.
Plus, I'm not going to fault anyone for not wanting to do more stuff for their spell list when they're a prep caster.
Yeah. But you utter a small prayer, and Pact, you see your wound begin to stitch over, and you feel significantly better than you did a moment ago. And you do see the radiant magics emanating from the sea elf at the bar.
He will look towards Leif and just give a nod and just kind of mouth, sorry.
Leif, anything else?
No, that'll be my turn.
All right. Bulk. Bulk, this guy is slowly beginning to get up from the booth. You did very likely break that table there with his body, but Nash is not gonna hold it against you. Bulk.
I was hitting the wrong key, sorry.
Okay.
That guy's the one that passed out, right?
Yeah, so both of these two men with the little, like, sleeping emojis, the me, they are both unconscious.
Got
So
you.
they're unconscious. This guy is looking rough, but is otherwise up. Pact is currently quarreling with this man, and this guy is currently shitting himself behind the booth.
Hand axe to the face.
Okay. Like, are you still
The
bonking him
handle.
with the... Okay.
Yeah.
Just need to clarify.
25?
He had 2 hit points. Bonk.
I'm taking all of them.
Absolutely.
Mine now.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. Actually, instead of that one, I could do this, because then it looks like you guys beat him up. Which you did.
He looks really disappointed, anyone that's looking at Bog. Just sour.
You hear a distinct ooh leaf from one of the guys behind you as Bulk clubs a man. Is that your turn?
Yeah, because I don't think I can do anything with my bonus action, and he doesn't want to.
You don't
Not
want
too
to
into
do
this
anything?
right now. He's just angry.
Yeah. If you want, you do have the movement to make it to this guy, to this spot here.
Worried he'll run.
Well, he's afraid of you. He's probably going to try and run anyway.
Is Bog big enough he could just step on the broken booths?
I'd allow it. Boof, boof, and you're just hovering over this man. Gee.
Turn.
Okay. That guy is out. That guy is out. Hey, Pact.
Why not add one more to the pile? Drawing his sword, he's going to use the backside of it, but just try to attack the guy in front of him. I assume I don't get flanking.
No, because Nash is not a combatant in this scenario.
That's what I figured.
He is still just cleaning that fucking glass.
17.
Actually, I'm gonna leave this guy as friend, because even though the effect has passed, all of his friends are going down. He's in a bad way. That will hit. Roll your damage.
6 slashing.
Okay.
Well, bludgeoning, technically.
Okay. You crack this guy on the side of the head, and he falls, cracking his head on the bar here.
Okay. Bonus action. Let's go with this.
Bat and left.
Yeah, as he's like kind of like following through with the sword strike, he will definitely like do a small little flip and Pele kick the fuck out of this guy's head.
This guy?
Yeah.
Oh no, he's out.
Wait,
He's out.
oh, he's out?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
fuck,
yeah.
Okay, cool.
If you wanna use your movement to get to this spot, I'll let you do it on that guy.
Okay, so that's gonna be a little different.
Yeah, you will have advantage.
That's well. I was gonna say that's gonna be a little different because instead of the Pele kick, he's literally going to jump off the bar and do like a diving rider kick to this guy's skull.
Dynamic entry!
Yeah!
You and Bulk have likely been in this situation before, or something akin to it.
So, 17.
Okay. Either of those would hit. You would have
Yeah.
advantage, so the 18.
Yeah, that's what I was going for. 9 bludgeoning.
You most certainly crack some sort of bone, probably this man's jaw, as you is sent scattering to the floor. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay. We come to this man's turn who is just, alright, wait. Alright. We'll go. Fuck. Shit.
Hard to say anything with a broken jaw, bitch.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. Hold on. Oh fuck. Oh. We'll go. Sorry. We'll go.
At least pay for the damages that you brought.
Yeah. And he starts like fumbling into his pockets. Let me roll. Let me see how much he has on him. In fact, you know what? Bulk and Pat. Both of you roll me.
Can we pick him up and shake him?
Hang on.
I'll
What's
allow
going on,
it.
Tart?
Both of you roll me d12s as Bulk picks up this man by his legs and starts shake. And Pack, you are scrounging up the money that is dropping from his feet. Y'all are gonna get 15 gold total from this man. Beautiful. I love it.
Like Murray from Sly Cooper.
Is this how bullies start?
Hey. They started it.
We were defending ourselves.
They did
Yeah,
start
we
it.
were defending ourselves.
It's true.
Well, I was defending myself.
It's true.
Bach just came in and found his favorite booths fucked up to high hell.
Don't want none, there won't be none. Just saying.
Now, my question is, do y'all let this man go?
I
I picture throwing him into the bar.
Pact won't really do anything else after the money gets collected, so he won't do anything.
Understood. Bulk, you throw this man into the bar, and there's a as he crashes against the bar. He, in a bit of a panic, kind of constantly looking over his shoulder to make sure you aren't going after him, says like, "Come on, fuck!" Like getting his friends up, and they are all going to scurry off into the darkness. And that, my friends, congrats! You just completed your first combat encounter.
Yay!
Woo.
You all didn't meet in a bar, you beat in a bar. I believe it was CG who made that joke already, but what's the remains?
Most as a point of order, Pact will definitely give all 15 gold from these goobers back to Nash, and then packing up his like gear and whatnot. He'll walk towards Lathe and drop about 5 gold on the bar counter. Thanks. And kind of walk back towards where Bulk is.
As you drop the gold on the bar for Nash. Nash still cleaning that fucking glass goes, "Thank you kindly."
Bach's just gonna nod to him. Impact.
Same thing as
Apologies for the-
usual, big gay. Kind of looking to you,
Yes.
Bulk. Nash will pour you whatever your regular drink would be and slide it your way, Bulk. You, my friend, You got yourself a drink too. What do you want? Looking to you, Pact.
Whatever's cheap, honestly, I don't care.
Ale it is then. And he'll pour you a tall glass of ale. And you, new guy. What can I get for you? Looking to you, Leif. Farmhouse.
You can see Leif a little bit embarrassed. I always hate ordering drinks. Something fruity, please.
Fruity it is. Mermaid's panties, my favorite. As he begins to shake one of those little shaker cups. It is very fruity. Tastes like cherry and a bit of passion fruit. I'm glad you like that because I made that up on the fucking spot.
Fantastic.
The joke is that mermaids don't wear panties.
Correct!
Thank you, CG. Thank you so much, CG.
Hi, Peter Griffin here to explain the joke.
Why am I thinking of them in like some kind of weird chaps that attach to their tail? I'm so confused.
Right? He killed Ripper.
I'm just reminded of Futurama. You know, the Atlantis episode, the Atlanta episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. As the chaos of the encounter that just happened, as things begin to wind down, as things begin to return back to normal, to move things along just a little bit, Packed as you get ready to leave, Nash kind of pipes up. I wouldn't go home if I was you. If they was after you, they might have more goons ready to follow you home. I got a room upstairs you can use until the Blackwatch do the rounds on the house.
Nash, you are a treat. Arigato.
Yeah, I'm aware. Real though. Appreciate you handling those goons. They think they got big britches coming up in here. Fucking shit sticks, the lot of them. You, big man, I always love watching you work. Your room's right as normal, pal. Looking to you, Paul. I had one of the ladies go up there and clean it up a little bit for you.
He'll just do like big stretchies at the bar because he had to sit there instead of either of his favorite booths.
Excellent. Does he do like does he like plaster his legs across the bar? Just, ooh.
No, they're stretching really like cramped underneath the bar though, but his big ass arms are like going across the bar and like he's doing like the big like beat like the grabby the paws as he stretches.
Just extend the claws.
And you, my friend, looking to you, Leif. Welcome to fucking Blackwall, kid. And, if it is alright with you friends, we're gonna move away from the Silver Lantern Inn. I need to change your music. On the northern reaches of Blackwall, away from the hustle and bustle of the commercial district, an onyx tower stands tall in a lone grassy courtyard, seemingly unbothered by the snow, almost like it doesn't quite reach. Snow begins to pick up beyond the windows of a dark office. Within, a single candle illuminates the face of a hard-working man, an inquisitive mind focused deeply in his work, perhaps too deeply. And I would like for our last player, J. Frost, please describe Solomon for us.
Solomon is put it lightly, he stands at around 5'11". Doesn't look like he weighs too much. Probably around average. Maybe like 190 pounds for his height. His physicality displays as very... someone who's probably somewhere in his 40s. Maybe touching on 50. Very pale skin. A little ashy here and there. Eyes that are of the hazel variety, but grayed out. Almost like cataracts. With blackened hair, with gray streaks, denoting age. Standing, or well, sitting and just diligently working. Staff off in the corner. Not a single hint of joy really in his face, as this man seems more...
Diligent, if you will.
diligent with his work. Gaunt in some parts of the face. As if sleep is honestly a foreign concept for a man like this. But I think that works.
As your hand... Jesus, I'm sorry.
Someone falls off the tower.
Someone
Fucking
kicked the
oats
sheep
in
off a
his
cliff.
word.
No!
Hasa, no!
No!
I was about to ask if the fucking, like, Screecher from Doom just showed up out of fucking nowhere.
We were about to enter a bit of a scary moment, but instead we've just broken the table. All right.
Sorry.
It's just another intern falling to their death.
Deep breath. And we re-enter. Solomon, as your hand glides deftly across the page, almost subconsciously, you find yourself in this sort of trance. You enter this state of equilibrium, living but non-existent. It's almost like you stop breathing. Physical needs and desires snuffed, like the candle at your desk. The darkness comes, and with it, so do they. You begin to hear them again, starting as whispers, as it always does. Nevertheless, you work, drowning deeper and deeper in your work. The shadow at your back, it shimmers, coalescing, growing, forming into something just beyond your sight. But you know it's there. It's always there. You feel every sickening molecule as it rises from the carpet flooring. The whispers grow louder. Nevertheless, you work. You feel taut, withered fingers embrace your shoulders. Long, black nails carve the skin of your flesh. The whispers grow louder. They begin to drown your thoughts. It's here. You feel its ice cold breath on your neck. The nails digging into your carotid. Your blood turns to venom, choking you from the inside. Your heart aches. Your blood turns to venom. Your mind cries in agony. Darkness comes for you. Darkness comes for us all. Why do we fear death? Mr. Akiva? Dear me, you're sitting in the dark! The sounds of clapping hands bring an indistinguishable light to the chamber. Magical lanterns flicker and illuminate the chamber around you, giving way to a woman. J. Frost, go ahead and make me a wisdom save.
You got you, Chief. $15.
15. Okay. You recognize the woman before you. It is one who you have seen a number of times here within your work at the tower. Kate Seargast. One of the attendants here within the tower. You've always had a bit of a soft spot for Kate. She's kind, she's diligent, and she understands the work you and Bastian put forth, or at least, if she doesn't, she's good at pretending she does. My apologies, Mr. Akiva. It's time for your meds. I also figured you might be hungry. We haven't seen you since this morning. You, Solomon, you hate the way those pills seep down the back of your throat, but you can't argue with the results. You can't argue with the peace of mind they give you. Kate brings forth to you, setting in front of you, your pills, a glass of water, an empty glass with a bottle of wine, and a bowl of beef and broccoli stew. Whenever you're finished, Mr. Dufour would like to see you. He's in his office.
Of course, Kate. I thank you greatly for everything you've done. I'll take the pills, but... And he's gonna just look at the bowl of food and he just goes, "You're wasting your food on me, though. I haven't eaten anything in weeks to months. Give it to someone who actually can enjoy some nourishment."
She is a little disappointed, but she understands. Of course, sir. My apologies. And she will take the food from you, leaving the rest, the water, the wine, the pills. Anything else, sir?
Nothing I can really say, but I greatly appreciate everything, and do let the dear man know that I will be in relatively shortly. Just finishing up the last bit of my work.
Of course, Mr. Akiva. And Miss Seargast, Lady Seargast, will take the bowl and she will exit the chamber, shutting the door behind her. The encroaching, drowning, insatiable darkness that filled the chamber is now filled. It's been overtaken by a calm, cool light that these magical lanterns, these magical lights by Bastian's design, they have encompassed the chamber. You've seen lanterns of these design in other locations, but Bastian, there's something about the ones that Bastian crafts that's almost, the light is almost intoxicating in a way. You rise from your desk, taking the water in one hand, the pills in the other, the two little like capsules. And as you kind of rise, it occurs to you how long you've been sat at your desk because your bones and your joints ache and kind of creak. You make your way over to the window and begin to look out into the grassy courtyard. And you know that there is a bit of a aura that Bastion has crafted for the courtyard to where the snow actually cannot reach it. The courtyard is heated, oddly enough, because of this machine that Bastion has built, with your assistance, of course. So it's a bit of a warm haven in this otherwise cold city of Blackwall. You begrudgingly look down at the pills in your hand. Do you take them?
I'll look down, kind of just analyzing the pills and going back to the routines of how it always turns out to be. Especially recalling the memory of how they feel in his throat, how just anything, whether it be food or medicine, going down in through his throat, down to his gullet, just it doesn't appeal. But he begrudgingly sighs, picks up the pills, pops them into his mouth, and takes a swig of the water to drown them down in.
It's like swallowing a baseball. It weighs heavy in your throat. You feel almost like you're barely able to get down with the water. It's strange because it's just like it's two tiny little capsules, but the meds do help. Your condition isn't improving, but the meds help. You can't help but notice, though, that your episodes are becoming more frequent. But regardless, you have work to do, and Bastion has requested your presence. You're welcome to go and meet him now, or if you want, you can finish up a little bit of work here prior to doing that.
He'll leave his work. He'll return to it when needed. Bastion has called for him, and he is a guest after all. He cannot refuse such a kindly summons after everything that Bastion has done.
Okay. You make your way higher up on the tower, passing a few of the other attendants as you ascend the floors. Bastion works a couple floors above you, or at least his office is a couple floors above you. And as you make your way up, you kind of begin to recall the familiar sights of the interior of the tower. It's weird. You know that things within the tower change on occasion, but you're always able to sort of note the small changes, regardless of how minute. But now there's this air of like something's missing. You can't quite pinpoint, but you shrug it off and you continue moving forward. You find your way up to Bastion's office, and as you have in the months and years that you've been here working with him within the city of Blackwall, you knock on the door. Come in!
He'll open the door and kind of just calmly walk in, closing it behind him, and go, "You summoned me, Bastion?"
Solomon, please, come in. And before you, you see the figure you've worked with for quite an extended period of time at this point. He is your benefactor, Bastien Dufeu, a half-tiefling, half-drow individual of roughly 48 years, exactly 48 years, if you will. And he is currently, like you were prior to you entering here, he is transcribing away on a piece of paper, a piece of parchment. You know that Bastian, while he is your benefactor, you know that the organization he works for, the Seekers, have been providing him with a bit of additional funding for something that he's been describing as a bit of a breakthrough recently. But you also know that there was, very recently, the day prior, there was a bit of a robbery here within the tower. Someone broke into the tower and made off with one of the components for a machine that Bastian was putting together. He's been not terribly happy about it. Who would do that? Looking at Bun. Looking at Simray.
Oh, hello. Yes.
Crazy. But he offers you a chair. Would you like a seat?
Of course. Thank you. And he just takes the chair, sits, just kind of places his fingers together as he kind of just sets his hands onto his lap, going, "What is it that I can do for you?"
Well, I'm still working with the Black Watch to try and figure out who stole the components that we need for the old man's machine. And, well, I need a favor. In truth, I'd normally ask an attendant, but I need someone I can trust to handle a little bit of a task with care and discretion.
I see. And what perchance is this little mission that you're offering?
Make it sound like a big adventure. No, I simply need you to, tomorrow there is a shipment coming into town. I have ordered a bit of a, well, bit of a rarity to, well, no, I'm sorry, I cannot lie to you. Solomon, you've been good to me. No, there is a package coming on a shipment tomorrow. It is something that the old man has been waiting for. Solomon, you know about the old man. The old man is technically your boss, even more so than Bastian. He is the man who owns the tower. You've not met the old man, as he's been appropriately referred to, kindly referred to. But you know that he is of the utmost, his name is of the utmost importance around here. And you know that he has been chronically ill since before you even arrived here. So, knowing that he has ordered something, he's waiting for something to arrive, that must be pretty fucking important. I simply need someone I can trust to go and retrieve the package for the old man. I will go myself, but as you can see, and you can kind of see his desk is a huge mess. I am quite busy here, and, well, I need someone I need someone more trustworthy than one of the attendants to go. Not that I don't trust the attendants, but, well, you and I are quite close.
I see. I completely understand this situation. It must be something very important if the old man himself has been waiting on this kind of shipment.
Yes, he, truth be told, to keep it between you and me, he hasn't, confided in me, what he's waiting for exactly. But as you and I both know, if the old man wants it, the old man's going to get it. And if the old man is going to get it, well, it must be pretty, pretty important.
He nods. I assume I will be going in alone. No backup, no nothing.
You make it sound like it is a top secret military mission. No. I just need you to give. Where was it? And he goes into his desk on the side and he pulls out what looks like a shipping label. I just need you to give this to the harbor master tomorrow and bring back what he gives you.
Of course. And he'll just take the paperwork and he'll look over it and read through it carefully, kind of just to memorize any and all detail that he can see.
Absolutely. Upon it, there's pretty minor information on there. You have like the shipping label, the number of the package on there. You have that the package is, oddly enough, noting it, the package is coming from Paradigm. A place you are familiar with, considering your previous experiences. But the memories with that place are still foreign to you. You know about what happened between the Hellfire Assembly and the Grand Adventure Party known as Exilia Regalia, what occurred in Paradigm. You were unfortunately some poor schmuck who was caught up in the middle of it. But seeing that the package is coming from Paradigm strikes your curiosity a little bit.
Something from Paradigm.
Yes,
Must have paid some serious coin.
Yes, I thought that was quite interesting as well. We don't get a lot of shipments from Paradigm around here, nor do most places, I would gather. So, yes, the old man must have paid the pretty coin for what is coming from there, as well as to make sure it got here securely. I've heard that Paradigm is doing quite well in its, what is the word? Ooh, I forgot the word. Rebuilding is what I will go with, and it's rebuilding.
Reconstruction efforts.
Reconstruction. Thank you, J. Frost. Go ahead and take inspiration for helping me figure out what word I wanted to say.
Oh, good boy. I'm gonna put some inspiration.
A reminder, friends. My party knows this. The gang at home does not. We are doing inspiration a bit differently this go around. Inspiration is now going to be stacked up to a max or a soft limit of, I believe I said 5, 10. I don't fucking remember.
I believe it was either 4 or 5, but it's because we're gonna need it, chat.
Probably. It's at this moment that Bastian kind of gives you a good look over, like a real proper look. He kind of leans back in his chair a little bit. Look, tired, my friend. Are your meds still helping? He's dead. Oh, he's muted. J. Frost? You're muted, my friend.
Solomon, he's dead.
He's dead.
Oh,
I'm back. Holy shit! I fucking hate my internet at times.
Oh yeah, you had a little bit of a hiccup. That's fine.
Yeah, I had to go threaten to yeet a
you had to threaten
modem
to
back
throw
into
another router into oncoming traffic.
Yes.
take it out to the back of the shed.
No worries. But he said to you, "You look tired, my friend. Are your meds still helping?"
They're doing their job. Unfortunately, still dealing with the condition becoming a little bit more frequent, but the meds at least keep the more problematic side effects at bay.
If your episodes are becoming more frequent, perhaps it is time we try something a bit more experimental. If you're open to it, of course. I've got a few ideas. I would simply need a little bit of time. If you're open to it.
You know, time is the one resource I basically have infinite amounts of, Bastion.
Yeah, don't we all? Look, I'll come up with some ideas, but in the meantime, maybe it will be good to take a walk about town, maybe sometime away from the desk. Feel like you could use the distraction. I could probably use one too.
I'll acquiesce to that. However, then he kind of just looks at all the paperwork. You know that you alone are not going to be able to get all this done. You should ask Kate for some assistance.
Kate is part of the reason why this place is still holding itself together. That girl does fine work. And, yeah, I say, Solomon, little to be me to be a man who gets into shame on me to be a man getting in another man's affairs, but I've seen the way she looks at you, my friend. All I'm saying is that you deserve some happiness, should you choose to take it.
We both know I'm not really of the build and capability.
I
Especially
figured you'd
given
say that.
my circumstances.
I figured you would say that, but hey, I was a bit of a what was the word? Wingman back in school. Look, just think about it. Really and truly. That's all I ask. That's all I ask.
I will give it a thought over. Granted, until I can figure out what's wrong with me, I don't want to potentially pass off anything else. Especially if this led to some, gods forbid, procreation and a child was brought in suffering the same conditioning.
I understand. I understand. I understand. Setting your priorities straight. Alright. I will stop bragging. No need for this old goat to get in the midst of your love life. But I acquiesce. The shipment tomorrow comes roughly around, I believe it's 9 in the morning, so I would recommend getting there a bit early. You probably won't be the only one, so.
Of course, of course. I'll at least get some stuff prepared. I need to at least grab my staff, and of course, maybe a pair of gloves.
Yes.
It's a bit nippy out.
I have heard that the weather tomorrow is going to be quite, well, it's going to be quite icy tomorrow. It's going to be, what's the term, what's the phrase they say it, down in Gold Coast, cold as an ice giant's taint, I believe is the phrase. Bit crude, but a bit crude, but it gets the message across. Punk reacting at Punk saying what we're all thinking.
In any event, I'll make sure to get that prepped, and of course I'll take your suggestion of a walk up. It would probably do me best to see a little bit of life outside of books and stonework of the tower. And more importantly, maybe give my bones a little bit of a stretch.
I think it would do you good, truly. But all of that comes in the morning. For now, I suggest you rest. I'll probably be turning in soon myself. I'm just now seeing the time.
Get yourself some rest, Sebastian. I will make an attempt at least to rest myself.
Please do, my friend. Please do.
And he'll just get on up off the chair and make his way to the door and just go look back a little bit and say, and again, get some assistance with that paperwork.
Yes,
One man
yes.
cannot do it alone. Or a man even of your talents can do it alone. If you were to give me that paperwork, I'd have it done in 2 days tops.
You want to talk, my friend. Get out of here, go.
And he will leave.
Okay. You finish up a few minor things before turning in for the night, Solomon. Sleep is easier with the meds. It's certainly easier now with the meds than it ever was without them prior to your arrival on Blackwall. But even then, sometimes sleep is a limited commodity. Sometimes you still hear the whispers in the corners of your mind. Sometimes they still call to you. They beckon. But regardless, you turn in for the night and see what sleep finds you. Go ahead, my friend. Make me a wisdom save.
You got it. Six.
Okay. Sleep doesn't come easily. It's something that you're used to, but it does happen. But regardless, my friends, all of you have survived your first day in Blackwall. The next morning, the 12th of Wintercrest, we're going to cut away from the tower, and we're going to actually return back to the Silver Lantern Inn. Let me find some music. I want this one, I believe. That's loud. Jesus, I'm sorry. Pact, you, with everything that happened the day before, you admittedly kind of slept like a fucking rock. But you are abruptly awoken when you hear the sound of your door. Sound of knocking.
Why is this early in the morning? He'll put some clothes on, at least to be presentable.
Yeah.
And he will grab the hilt of his sword, though. Mm-hmm. Keep it on his offhand, like behind the door, as he opens up and sees what's in front of him.
Just before you make it to the door, there's another distinct. And you're kind of like, fuck. You open up the door, and where you expect someone to be at eye level with you, you see the top of someone's head. You see a head of pinkish hair with a gold pin in the midst of it. You look down as you realize you are not having a conversation with a standard humanoid individual, you look down and you see what appears to be a dwarf. And then you realize who this dwarf is, and you kind of straighten up almost as immediately as you recognize Dana Stonedaughter.
Oh. Pack
Morning.
would definitely. He stands at attention. Come at. Hang on. Well, I know she was. Hang on one second. I gotta check something.
She doesn't necessarily have, like, an official title. Most people just call her, like, Lord Stonedaughter, Lady Stonedaughter, or Guildmaster.
Yeah, that.
Guildmaster would probably be the official title.
That's the one I was looking. Yeah, that's the one I saw in my notes here. Guildmaster. What can I do for you?
Well, I'll get to that in a second. A moment. And if you actually want to... It kind of looks you up and down. If you want to finish getting dressed and actually meet me out here when you're ready, get your gear.
Can do.
And then go back. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was trying not to fucking delete something out of my notes. Yeah, he'll politely close the door and just get himself ready, making sure that all of his effects are just like packed tightly, like onto his back as he heads out.
Tightly. I get it.
Unintentional, but you know what?
I can make the jokes too. Yes. You finish getting your gear together, getting presentable. In the meantime, while that's going on, Bulk, you hear on your door. Up and at him, big man. Bulk, you recognize that voice.
The promise of a payday.
Yep. Your
They'll
boss,
start getting up.
your benefactor, whatever you want to call it, Guildmaster
Yeah.
Stonedaughter is outside your door. That can only mean either a payday for you or a shit day for someone else.
He'll just throw on the robe and take the belt. And be putting it on as he opens the door. Yeah.
All right, big man. I got
Morning.
I got something I want to discuss with you and Mr. Yakusobu across the way.
Joint mission, I take it.
You could call it that. Bulk, feel free to insight if you want.
Yeah.
May I as well?
Yeah, go ahead.
16. Not bad for just waking up.
No, not bad at all.
$24.
Nice. The last job given to y'all by Dana Stonedaughter was a job to kill it wasn't directly from her, it was from the guild. It was to kill a wandering manticore?
Said Minotaur for a minute.
It is uncommon for the guildmaster to come directly to someone in relation to a job, especially outside of the guild walls. However, the way she's expressing this job or wherever this may be to you doesn't sound like it may be very favorable, but who knows? She has yet to disclose any information on it. But nevertheless, this is certainly outside of the ordinary. Once you two gather up your gear and you both exit out into the hall, Dana looks at the two of you. I need you both to to call it a job would be a little, it'd be doing it injustice. I need you both to actually do me a favor. It's grunt work, I won't lie, but you are my most available. More importantly, you both have done enough work with the Dawn Creed to where I can trust you two not to mess it up. It is grunt work, but I'll make it worth your while. You both will get first pick on next month's requisitions. All I need is you both to go down to the docks. There's a ship arriving here in about 30 minutes to an hour. It's coming with a shipment of supplies for the Dawn Creed, and I just need you to gather them. Here is the shipping label, and she is going to hand out a shipping label for either of you to take. I just need you to get the shit and bring it to the Dawn Creed. Bring it to the guild.
He's letting Pack take it.
At this point, Pac knows like that he would probably be the more responsible of the two.
Fun. Everyone got the 2-day shipping. Look, when trade vessels come into Blackwall, typically it's a bundle order. It's like ordering from Costco. Everyone's got something coming in.
It's a bulk order. I understand.
It's a bulk order. A bulk order.
A bulk order, yes. Thank you.
I love it.
On a ship with a bulkhead. No.
But, Pact, you are given the shipping label, and you see a bunch of basic information for the harbor master, who you're actually familiar with, to help you acquire whatever it is the Dawn Creed is looking for. Just do me this favor. It'll take a few hours, and I'll make it worth your while. I had a little bit of an emergency with a new recruit come up, and I need to go get that shit sorted out. So, please, you be doing me a big favor.
Go save the newbie. We'll get it done.
I'll make sure to give Lavith your regards.
I appreciate it. Please give the harbor master my regards. Thank you both. I really appreciate it. And Dana is going to make her way down the hall towards the stairs, leaving the two of you standing there. You both are welcome to converse, or if you want to both just head out to the docks, you're welcome to do so. It is a bit of a walk to the docks. You will need to leave relatively soon if you're to make it before the ship arrives, the trade vessel arrives.
Now, Bach's just gonna reach in the doorway and grab his glaive and wait for it packed.
Perfect.
Pact is already like suited, booted, and ready to go. But like as they walk off, he'll just kind of mumble, not really out loud, but definitely like whispering, "I hate being the more available and responsible ones."
Bob doesn't say anything. He's just thinking about repairing the booths when he gets back.
It's why I'm neither.
True. You both are bronze members of the Dawn Creed in terms of the level of hierarchy, but you both have been with the Dawn Creed a bit more extensively than a lot of the other bronze members, actually. So you could say the two of you are veteran members, so it admittedly feels pretty good to have the guildmaster come to y'all specifically about a job. And who knows, maybe it will get y'all a bit of street cred within the Dawn Creed, or maybe even, if things go well, help you get a bit more, possibly kind of give you a bit of a push on your way towards the silver membership. But regardless, the two of you probably grab some like strips of bacon from the kitchen before you go. Dash gives you both like a loaf of bread and some bacon to go before you both venture out into the cold once more.
Before they leave, Pact will look towards Nash and say, like, he'll hand off a couple of pieces of gold If anybody asks for me, you've never seen me.
Bacon's in Balk's mouth as he's leaving. He's, I'll fix those boots when I get back.
Nash gives you a nod, Bulk, and taking the gold from you, Pact, he goes, I don't even know who you are, friend.
He'll nod and just proceed to follow Bulk.
Laith, you know that you're supposed to meet with Liv down at the docks. You do actually see the two individuals from the night before, the two who were in the middle of that scrap. You see them leave the Silver Lantern Inn not long before you. As you're making your way out, you notice that they seem to be going the way you are. You're welcome to, if you want, you can catch up with them, or if you want to kind of just use them as an impromptu guide to help you find the docks, you're welcome to just follow. It's up to you.
Lace will probably flag them down and try to catch up with with people walking the same direction.
Okay. Bulk and Pact, you two are flagged down by the sea elf that you Bulk, they may not have caught your attention as much, but Pact, you definitely noticed last night as they actually helped you stave off a pretty grievous wound that you suffered from that encounter the night before.
Block looks confused until Pack starts going over there.
Yeah, he kind of walks, he just walks kind of like nonchalantly and just says, "Morning, what can I do for you?"
What direction are y'all heading? He kind of gives a smile.
I don't mean any offense by this, since you helped us out of that jam last night, but what is it to you?
I don't know where I'm going, and I have to go to the docks. And I was supposed to have a guide.
Little Blue, I'd suggest finding a clothes dealer. You look cold. As he just bites into another bite. Just the loaf, I guess. His half of the loaf.
Oh. Little Blue is such a good fucking nickname, by the way.
Thank you.
I mean, that was the plan. I was just told to meet at the docks at a specific time, so...
Guess that's a coincidence. That's where we're heading. I don't speak for my coworker here, but I don't mind. Just as long as you break away from us. Those Archangel idiots might try and take a swing at me again.
There's probably a clothes dealer on the way. You can step away for that. And he'll just start going towards the door.
Sorry, did someone else have something to add before I move on?
No, I was just gonna say that Laith would follow along.
Yeah, same for Pac, just wordlessly follows after that.
Okay. To move things along a little bit, the three of you venture off into the cold. Laith, you do on the way to the dock. You do in the market district. You do find a stall that actually sells like fur, like pelt coats, cloaks. You do snag one for yourself because it is still cold as fuck. You actually are pretty sure it's colder today than it was the day before. Bulk and Pact, this is absolutely the signs of a big snowstorm coming up in the next day or two. But the three of you make your way down towards the docks. As for the rest of you, Solomon, you
probably are up bright and early in the morning. You're probably the first one there, I would presume.
Yeah. He's, after basically just waking up, he does not waste any time. It is get down to business, get immediately to there.
Okay. And then, of course, Copper, you have some supplies that you need to pick up from the trade vessel coming into town. This is something that you're familiar with. It's routine at this point. But you like to take your friend Simri along because, you know, it helps them set their anxiety at a little bit of ease. Walks with a friend.
It's something that a fine, upstanding citizen can do with pride, after all.
As the two of you arrive at the docks, Simri, you do notice what appears to be a tall, lanky individual off to the side who looks rather serious. Make me a history check, Simri.
Can totally do this.
Go ahead and roll me with advantage, too.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Better. 18.
Yeah, you're pretty sure you saw Mr. Solomon. You don't know his name, but you're pretty sure you saw that guy at the tower when you were completing your heist. Maybe best to
Lay low.
Yeah. I mean, he has no evidence that you did it. He probably
He
probably
doesn't
won't
even
even
know
notice you.
him.
However, probably best not to stand out if you can help it.
Yeah.
The question is, do you inform Copper of this?
Yes. Copper would most definitely notice Simri get a little stiff as she doesn't turn her head, but her eyes shift over to where Solomon is standing. It's just like, I don't know if he noticed me, but they were at the tower last time.
Perhaps best to keep our head low then.
That's what I'm good at.
Copper. It is almost on cue that you say that, then you notice a little bit of ways away, almost like they're looking for someone. You notice a Copper Dragonborn, Libyahin, who, as it appears that she is looking for someone, she does actually make eye contact with you. And then she looks away, then she looks back, and then she kind of huffs, and she begins to start making her way over to the two of you.
Oh dear. Simri, I do believe we are about to have a bit of a discussion. Brace yourself.
Why now? Okay.
Libyahin approaching the two of you. Copper, Simri, staying out of trouble, I take it?
Indeed. We are here acquiring supplies for the copper piece.
Copper, you notice that Lib in this moment is actually a little uncharacteristically anxious, almost, it would seem. She seems unsteady.
First Lieutenant, you seem to be a bit out of place at the moment. Something bothering you?
Before
Is there a
Lib
problem?
replies, why don't you both go ahead and roll insight for me?
I can do this. Yeah. That's a 5. No, I can't. I'm too anxious.
14.
Simri, you saw that it looked like she was looking for someone. Maybe whoever she's waiting on is running late or something. You're still kind of in the mindset of fuck, trying to lay low, and now the first lieutenant's talking to us. Cool.
Yeah.
Great.
Cool.
Awesome.
Great. Awesome.
Copper. Something does seem wrong. She's trying to make an effort to hide what is bothering her, but something is bothering her. You did beat her deception. Well, in truth, I may have a question or two for you, but regarding something going on, but for another time.
My doors are always open, First Lieutenant. In the meantime, is there a reason that you are here specifically? I don't really see the docks as your usual beat.
Oh, we're here to oversee the shipment, also waiting on someone. A special
Tar.
guest.
Semri's anxious. She's gonna make a perception check. She's just looking around.
Just looking around. General vibe check.
Whoa, 21.
Oh, thank goodness.
You notice coming from one direction. That's what makes it bad. You notice coming from one direction. Sorry. The brainworm's got the barrel.
Tart just triggered more Achievement Hunter fucking memories in my head. How fucking dare you?
You got taken over for a second.
Yeah, sorry. You notice coming from one direction, there is a group of 3 individuals. 2 of them wear the sigil of the Dawn Creed, but the other, a rather short, not up quite to the stature of the 2 individuals they're traveling with, especially not the large tiger man, who's probably one of the biggest motherfuckers you've seen ever. He's massive. Your heart for a moment sinks as you catch upon the figure of the sea elf, the sigil of the Iron Covenant.
Not even 19 stealth.
I will allow it, but for in the future, we do need to call our rolls before we make them.
I only did that because you knew it was coming.
Yes, of course. Your anxiety begins to overwhelm you. You almost think to run, but you're right here in front of the fucking the first lieutenant. There is a guy who you just stole from off to the side a little bit. How the fuck did an Inquisition agent get into town and you not know? And then you realize, as it seems that Liv has noticed this individual as well, and Liv turns to you both and goes, I must be on my way, but both of you, please, stay out of trouble. As Liv begins to wave down the sea elf, it occurs to you, Simri, this is who Liv was referring to. The Inquisition has made their way into Blackwall. First contact has been made.
I would imagine at this point, Copper realizes Semri's presence is lower than usual. Yeah, negligible even, yeah.
Copper, you see the hood is up now. And Simri is almost like instinctively beginning to blend into the crowd, into the surroundings. There's a lot going on. The dock is busy. There's an incoming ship that a bit of a crowd has begun to gather around for merchants who are waiting for their supplies. people's waiting for perhaps mail or packages from other places, etc., etc. The docks are very close to the commercial district, so oftentimes when a big shipment like what's coming in today comes in, much like yourself, a lot of merchants will come early to make sure that they get their shit. But in fact, roll me insight, Copper. Simmery, if you want, you can roll deception, or you can just let it ride.
Hold on.
That
I
is a
would-
15, DM.
15. It would depend on how much
Yeah.
you trust Copper, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would say Simri trusts Copper pretty well at this point.
Copper, Simmery looks like she's about to fucking leg it. Genuinely, you don't think you've seen her as anxious as she is in this one moment.
Everything is poofy. Anything that looks like fur is poofy. Defense mode!
You know, I could see about getting this by myself if you wish to depart.
You see Simri's eyes slowly drift over to where Leith, Balkan, Pact are. She's trying to signal very quietly where the problem is stemming from, without actually saying anything.
Alright, real question though. Is Copper
yes.
aware of the issue? Yeah, okay.
Okay. That was going to be my question.
Okay. So is
Copper.
Copper... Go ahead.
Perception check with advantage, as Simmery is trying to draw your attention to these three individuals.
Goddamn.
Well, we'll take that 21.
Yeah. You do notice the two members of the Dawn Creed who are approaching, but you determine that, Simmery has no necessarily bad standing with the Dawn Creed. She might have stolen something from a member once upon a time, but you can't see why Simmery would be this freaked out about two members of the Dawn Creed. But then you see Sea Elf, who brandishes a symbol of the Iron Covenant, the Inquisition. And you notice as the Sea Elf begins to break off from the other two and begin to approach Lib, you also begin to realize that this is the individual, the guest that Lib was waiting on. Was referring to the day prior.
Oh, we have quite a storm here, don't we? Simmery, you are still nearby, correct?
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast a spell.
Ooh!
What are you gonna cast?
I am
As Copper makes notes of what's about to happen and the danger here, the problems here, and then it's all kind of circling on Simray. Find yourself a place to get away from it all. But be careful going through the crowds. And he is going to cast invisibility.
Ah, nice.
Okay. If you are attempting to be discreet about this, I will ask that you make a sleight of hand check. I will give you advantage because this is a busy area. You are in the midst of a crowd, but I will still ask for the check because you are casting a spell on someone in a public place.
19.
Lovely. Simmery, your form fades. You look down at your hands, and you being the creature under the spell, you can very, very faintly see the shimmering of your form, but you know that you are unseen. While this is happening, Bulk and Pact, you two have just broken off from. I'm sorry, Bulk, Pact, and Lath. Lath, you break off once you see Lib. Do you say anything to the two you have walked with before you leave?
Leave?
Rip.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Before you break off from Pact and Bulk, do you say anything to them to go meet Lib? Before you go to meet Lib.
I will look at them and kind of give a small bow. I appreciate you helping me walk here.
Lath would definitely know that during the walk itself, I think Pumpkin could say the exact same thing. It was just eerily quiet between both Pact and
Other
Bulk,
than Bach chewing.
to a point to where it would probably be a little concerning, but
Unless
not
Leith
by
asked
much.
him questions, Bach would probably just be busy eating his breakfast.
Yeah, I like to think that Lath is like trying to strike conversation and it's just like one word answers, like a dad with a teenage daughter. How's your day? Good. Was school okay? Yeah.
Lath is also
hard.
kind of a morning person, and clearly everyone else isn't. So Lath is just keeping to himself.
Oh, I love it. That's such a perfect description. What Lath is the one morning person in a party of fucking night owls. Oh, I love it.
Like my life, anyway.
How to fuck dare you? I'm sorry.
Typo.
Love you,
but
Joe.
still, Tar,
I know,
how
it was
the
funny,
fuck
though.
dare you call me out like that?
I also hate mornings. I had to tell my bosses after a bit when they would greet me ecstatic, and I'm like, it's a morning. And they're
Fucking-
like, oh, are you okay? Like, yeah, no, I hate mornings. It's not just you.
Fucking, I'm just over here trying to fucking, I don't know, bond with my child, and it's like, yeah, it's okay. Give me something!
Please! Anyways. Lath, you break off to go meet with Lib, who greets you. Good morning. You're just in time. I trust you slept well.
Lath, who only needs to trance. For what I need to sleep, yeah.
Wonderful. Then, I guess keep your chin up. It's gonna be a bit of a busy day. We're going to. I know I promised you a tour, but I have a few errands, a few duties around town that I need to complete. But I also need to. Sorry, I'm having a stroke. Sorry, that's Tart having a stroke. I have a few duties around town that I need to complete, if you wouldn't mind attending them with me. But I did promise you a tour, and a tour you shall get.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. And of course I did promise you that I would show you the temple to Freda, so I'll make sure to make good on that promise.
I would appreciate that.
Lib will nod. In the meantime, Bulk and Pact, the two of you kind of begin to walk up. You kind of try to make yourself sparse to the crowd because fucking crowds. And as you're kind of making your way a bit forward to the dock, to the harbor, Pact, you both would hear this voice, but Pact, you would recognize it. As I live and breathe, Pact Yakusobu. You turn, Pact, Bulk, you probably hear this voice. You turn as well, addressing your comrade, and Pact, you see approaching you with arms outstretched. Someone who is showing just as much skin as you, Lath, Bulk, the Titty Committee. You see the Blackwall Harbor Master, Lavith Torm, a Goliath individual who you are well familiar with here in your time in Blackwall.
God.
All right, y'all, relax.
I will not.
I'm chill. What the fuck you on about?
And here I thought you were too busy with your Dawn Creed friends to come see your old buddy. And he will come over and give you a friendly, like quick hug.
Buck gives him a stern pat on the back.
You've known Lavith for quite a long time, and while you're not exactly a people person, seeing him is a genuine pleasure most of the time.
Pac will definitely give him like that. I guess the friendliest he's gonna be with someone like that,
The dad hug.
clasp on the shoulder.
Yeah.
No, like the clasp on the shoulder, and
yeah.
he'll just nod his head. Sorry, I'm also trying to fight a cat who's fucking annoying the crap out of me. Sure, he disconnected my Steam Deck.
Are you winning?
No. Anyway.
All right, I'm trying to wrap this up.
No, you're fine. He'll say the guildmaster gives her regards. She asked us personally to come down here.
Oh. Ain't this got you doing grunt work now? Yikes. What'd you do to piss her off?
She came to our individual rooms herself to give us this task. So either she's very upset, that as well. So there has to be something important going on, I guess.
Well, regardless, it's good to see you. Ship should be arriving
Same
any
to you.
moment now.
I'm just curious. Do you know what's on the ship itself or anything like that?
A little bit of everything. It's one of those bulk shipments coming in. Big old trade vessel. It's one of the monthly restockings or bi-weekly restocking. It's one of the month's rather larger trade vessels coming in. Everyone's got to get a bit of a restock. We have packages coming from great distant lands, and I'm not going to make it sound too glamorous, but there's a good bit of shit coming in.
Fair enough.
Buck just nods as he eats the last of his loaf of bread.
Well,
His half of the loaf of bread. And I imagine he just split it over his knee and gave the other half to Pact.
Hey, Lavith, I got a question for you.
He will look at you quizzically.
I had a bunch of archangels come and greet me last night. Who is Malachi Draxus, and why do they think I stole something from him?
Bastards broke my favorite booth.
That too.
That is a natural 20 on Lavith's history check.
Fuck
Well,
yes.
Malachi Draxus. The hell? You got archangels after you. Malachi's one of the, he's a bit of a higher up. I guess you could call him the captain within the archangels. That guy's looking out for you.
That's what they said.
Shit. Well, I don't know what you could have done to piss him off, but I'll look into it. If something's been stolen, somebody's got to know something.
I appreciate you looking into this. It's just something I can't have on me at this moment.
No, I hear you. I'll look into it. I can't promise results, but people talk. I'm sure I'll hear something.
Of course.
And the sound of a ching, ching, the bell begins to ring throughout the harbor. Ah, sounds like we're about in time for the shipment. Solomon,
Yes.
you are looking out into the harbor, and well, you begin to see on the horizon, quickly approaching as it begins to parse through the fog, a rather significantly sized trade vessel coming through, the ship you were waiting on. You'll notice how many people have gathered here waiting for the ship. You've been here for a hot minute, admittedly, waiting for the ship to pull up, but it is as the ship begins to approach that you feel this tightness in your chest. It is getting stronger, intensifying more and more. And then in this surge of adrenaline, pain, it's like this stab to the back of your neck, pinpoint, but it's in this unyielding agony. Solomon, I need you to make me a wisdom save.
You got it.
I'm gonna change your music here.
That's an 18.
Okay. Solomon, you've had this feeling a couple times before. You have had it often enough to where you've been able to determine what causes it. It's similar to the capabilities of like a paladin or a cleric in some regards, or even to an extent almost like a ranger's. You have had this happen often enough to where you've been able to determine that the source of this pain, this surge of discomfort, it comes from the presence of powerful, or rather quantifiable, undead presence, pressure. Something's wrong. Something is very, very wrong. As you kind of begin to stagger back up to your feet, the sound of a bell rings throughout the harbor. The alarm of an incoming ship. All of you, your attention snaps to the sight of an oncoming ship, this massive trade vessel. Harbor Master Torm takes a few steps forward and begins to wave for the oncoming ship. He kind of begins to chuckle to himself. Ha! There we are! Before his enthusiasm slows as his hand lowers about halfway. Those of you who are closest, this would be primarily Bulk and Pax. You hear him kind of mutter, There's no lookout. It's the deck crew. His curious expression turns to horror as he makes a stark revelation. It's coming too fast. He turns and begins to call, shouting, "Everyone back! It's going to crash! Back! Now!" Panic begins to set as dock workers begin to flee the endangered dock as the harbor master is calling out orders. Go! Go! Lavith is calling out. He's flagging people back, trying to some degree, he's pushing people back physically. A dock worker stumbles, knocking over a crate of fish with spills out onto the deck. Lavith grabs the man and hoists him up to his feet.
Leave it! Go! The ship, with no intention of stopping, smashes into the wooden planks and stone of the harbor. Wood splinters become shrapnel as the earth shakes underneath your feet. The hull of the ship fractures, leaving a massive opening in the cargo hold. The innards within the cargo begins to scatter and spill out onto the deck. And with it, bodies. The ship grinds to a halt as it crashes into a nearby warehouse, carving through the wooden walls. Chaos and panic give way to catastrophe. And with it comes silence. The ship lurches to one side as blood pools around the harbor. The ship lies still. From within, a man, a survivor, seems to shuffle out of the rubble, uncomfortably so. Or, well, at least he could be mistaken as a survivor if his flesh hadn't been sundered by the impact, if his neck hadn't been pierced by a roughly 2-foot long stake of wood shrapnel that still rests comfortably within the soft meat. He lets out a coarse, barbaric language. As the bodies on the harbor begin to stir and rise, as Blackwall is beset upon by a horde of undead sailors. And my friends, welcome to Blackwall. That is going to be it for us tonight.
We're back, baby!
We are so back, baby!
Well, at least I'm invisible.
Welcome back.
Hey,
This
Pax,
was fun.
3 combats in 2 days, buddy.
Yeah, my friends. I hope you all enjoyed our session for the evening. Next session, we have our first full combat encounter, but we gotta send it on around the horn. We all got some places to be. We're a little bit over time, so let us start with our newest member, Bun. Where can people find you?
Hello, that's me, the Bun. You can find me on my Ko-Fi at Flustered Bun. Also, not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday for Rascals and Ravnica, Rapla Uma. You can also find me, what is that, 5 days from now? The 11th. For, for my last sessions, for Candlekeep one-shots. Sad as I play
Aw.
Satara. I'm sad.
Sad.
Miss her.
Yeah. You can also find me on Blue Sky under the same name of Flustered Bud, and then back here next Sunday, where Simri's got decisions. He's got to figure out how to get out of this alive, preferably.
It took a little bit of work
But-
to figure out how I was going to bring this gaggle of goons together, but I think... Lord, forgive me, for I have cooked.
Yeah. But that's me as far as I remember.
As far as I remember.
As I remember. I don't know. I'm tired.
I
I don't
am
know where I
me.
am the next few days. Punk.
Oh shit. Hi, I'm Punk Your Dog. I haven't streamed in a minute, but I played the big ass tiger man known as Bach. Man of probably a few words. Chuffs when he eats good food.
Mini bonks.
Many bonks.
Mini bugs.
But I am active on social medias and Twitch. They're all at the same handle. Punk Your Dog. That's Twitch, Blue Sky, Instagram, and Red Note. That's me, River.
That's me. You can find me probably nowhere anymore because at this point, shrug. I don't know when I'm gonna come back. If I do. It's a surprise, maybe. I'm on social media sometimes. Wicked River 97 if you want to find me. I talk sometimes.
You do talk.
I do. I like to talk to people.
Bro, do
I
like
don't
to
bite.
yap.
I do. I am a yapper. Speaking of yappers, hey, CG.
What? I'm not a yapper. Hello,
Liar.
I don't go on long yaps. I just talk in multiple intervals. It's a difference.
On the beach.
About your specified interests.
Let's go to the
True.
beach each.
I am the CG. You can find me nowhere because I don't much care for social media, but you can find me on various good bean themed channels such as twitch.tv/BurnoutVaughn for Saved by the Spell every other every other Saturday. This is an off week, and we just finished an adventure yesterday. Good times. I made the party wizard mad at me. He'll get over
Why'd you
it.
do that?
Boy.
Well, because he's gonna be mad at fucking anything. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah,
He's
that's
very
valid.
angry right now.
What do you mean
Yeah,
right now?
he has a lot of trauma he's going through, and
It's
my
a
way of
David engine,
saying,
why?
yeah,
Yeah.
my version of dealing with trauma is, see, we can choose to do whatever we want, and what I chose to do with my time was go to a dangerous temple. He did not like that decision.
Huh.
But other than that, you can also find me hosting Candlekeep. We will be over on Wiley's channel the 11th here for the
Yeah.
Canopic Being. And, of course, on this brand new spanking channel, Dummies and Disasters. Who has not gone? Frost? I don't think Frost is gone.
Correct. Frost has not gone.
Hello, Twitch, Twitter, JFrost747. Find me here every Sunday on this new channel for this lovely campaign. Find me over here, or is it going to be here, Tart, for Tuesdays?
It is going to be here, yes.
Okay, fine. Same here for our beloved Rascals and Ravnica. You can also find me at twitch.tv/BurnOutVaughn, where I DM for Saved by the Spell, and for Candlekeep whenever I am part of that. That's it for me. Joe.
Hi, I'm Joe.
I fucking agree, man.
Hi, I'm Joe. I played Pax, as you probably guessed it, you human monk.
What?
This is weird. Didn't think about this. Tart will probably have a lot more information about this, but until then, just go ahead and follow this Twitch channel, subscribe once those kind of come on live, and just subscribe to Tart's YouTube channel as well as his Twitch channel. Feed the dog. Speaking of which, Torque, go.
Hello, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Normally, I am your host for the evening, but in this regard, well, I guess I'm still technically the host, but in this regard, I have been your humble dumble master for the evening, the one and only pudding pastry, the floating tart. Hello, and welcome to this brand new channel that we have formed here, or I have formed here. It doesn't matter. Yes, hello. So the reason we're doing this channel is that I wanted to create a place to separate my VTuber stuff from my D&D stuff, because as you know, I do a lot of D&D on my main channel at twitch.tv/FartingTart. But this is going to be a place where we're going to be doing a lot of our Dummies and Disasters stuff going forward. So you're going to see the Sunday game here, Sins of the Blood, on this channel. You're going to be seeing Rascals and Ravnica on here. After I get things coordinated with Jake, we'll also likely be moving the Adosian Anthology over to this channel, should he wish to. as well as other things. But yeah, so this is going to be basically, in short, twitch.tv/fartingtart is going to be my main stuff for VTuber stuff. That's going to be like VTuber exclusive stuff, raid games, etc. This is going to be the place now where I do all my D&D stuff. So, just clarifying on all that end. But to that, obviously this is a brand new channel. There are going to be things to build up. I am going to be in the process of making the YouTube channel very soon. I eventually want to do things like emotes and all sorts of stuff for this, but obviously this is going to be its own little pet project now. So just be patient with me. I appreciate it. Be on the lookout for stuff because, again, this is going to be stuff for D&D. But yes, so with that being said, my name is Fartingtart. You can find me at twitch.tv/fartingtart, where I am a dog VTuber. I play variety games, oftentimes with a lot of friends, and I host this game here. The next time you'll see me will either be, it will be on Tuesday. The question or not will be if it's going to be on Jake's channel or on this channel, depending on if we get things set up. For the Adosian Anthology, Legacy of the Deal Breakers, where I play the Minotaurtificer, Krieg, the grumpy old man. So, yeah, the albino beastman in question. Yes.
For the Tuesdays.
For Tuesdays, isn't it? But, yes. With that being said, this is our first stream. I'm sure, in truth, I don't want it to go through the explanation of having to raid into someone and then be like, hi, it's me, it's Tart. Actually, like, got you. So, for now, as this is our first stream, we are just going to bid you adieu. Thank you for joining us. We love you all so, so, so very much. And remember, as always, Black Lives Matter, trans rights are human rights. You're loved, you are valid, and most importantly today, and no one has told you today, you fucking matter. You fucking matter. It's true, you do. But, thank you all so much. We'll see you next Tuesday. Next Sunday. Bye-bye.
What day is it?
Adios.
Bye, guys.